Who are the good guys? Who are the good guys?
Yeah, I'd love to know where they are.
When I played Amedia, I tried to tell the truth and everything, and I was able to retire that character.
And
when
I
beat Cyberpunk.
Hey, I made a post about that on Artel Saurian's page.
When I introduce myself, is it okay if I say that I work for Petrochem, or do we need to reveal that later?
Hey, you guys are live. Everyone can see you. Have at it.
Wouldn't that be a personal choice?
Yeah, wouldn't it? All right. Hey guys, welcome to Cyberpunk Blackout. I am your GM, Phil McCracken. Yeah, I know it sounds kind of funny. My real name is actually Phil. Yep. But I don't like it. It sounds too proper. All right. Anyway, if you want to know more about me, it's easy just to go back over the Cyberpunk Uncensored and Mulligan Lives, and you can see my interviews with Rob Mulligan himself. With me, we have 4 of our premier players. We're gonna, before we go around the table, have everyone introduce themselves. I'd like to tell you guys to tune into Cyberpunk Uncensored, and you can do that on YouTube or Twitch, or if you are of a mind to, join us on the Cyberpunk Uncensored Facebook group. Come join the community. All right, guys, we're going to go around the table in no particular order. Introduce yourselves and your characters.
I guess I'll go first.
Okay, go ahead, Punk.
Okay, so the title, if you're watching the Twitch stream, says Marine, which is wrong. That's on my part because I forgot to send the proper information. I'll be playing Isaac Dijakovic, who is a former Marine. Goes by the handle of Mists.
Okay.
All right, and so hi, my name is Hugo. I'm going to play a character named Clifford. He is a techie, and basically he is a street person who ended up becoming a techie. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
I am Anthony. I'll be playing Gage Wright, corporate. He's not much of a pencil pusher. He's more of a field operative.
All right.
Oh, hey. Echo.
Hey, I'm Ray. I'm playing a nomad named Mir. He's a Soviet freerunner, or military man.
All right. Those are our characters. Hopefully tonight's session will be at least 2 hours, probably maybe 2.5, depending on how well we are moving along. So, without further ado, we are here in Night City, California, on the morning of Monday, July 1st. Anthony, or Gage, I'm sorry, you flew into Night City last night. You are here for an assignment. You met up with your solo for the length of your stay, which is Isaac. He met you at the airport. You guys drove to a nearby hotel, not a 4-star hotel by any stretch of the imagination. And one thing you realize, it's hot. It's hot as balls here. It's they're going through a massive heat wave, have been for the last 30 days. And that's the first thing you notice once you got out of the very nicely air-conditioned airport.
It's fucking sticky.
Very sticky. So the morning rolls around. It's about 7 a.m. Where is everyone? About 7 a.m. on a Monday morning.
Gage he's been up for about 3 hours doing his morning routine, doing his workout to get himself souped up for the day, and
Okay.
just finished breakfast at the hotel.
All right. Well, you were doing your thing. You woke up 3 hours prior. About 2 hours into your 3 hours of being awake, around 6 o'clock, all the lights go dark. Everything shuts off. People are murmuring, God damn it. Not again.
Was my hotel room air conditioned?
Yes.
Well, now I'm really upset. My corp, who I love so much, they pay good money to stick me up in a place with air conditioning, and I'm not happy that it's out.
All right, Isaac, what's your character's handle again?
Yes.
Mirs? I'll try to not mispronounce that too many times. Mirs.
It's Russian, so if you mispronounce it, I don't think too many people are going to be upset.
If you're Russian, I'm taking my time. All right. You are from Night City. You know that they have been doing rolling blackouts for the last week. So a lot of people are seriously unhappy about, the periodic power outages. And so you've been up for how long, and what are you currently doing? I mean, it's not dark, it's still day. I can't say daylight, it's Night City. There's a hazy ball in the sky where you think it's the sun, the brightest spot up there.
I would probably be sticking to my contract to protect this guy. So if I'm supposed to meet him at a certain time before he works out so he has protection, I'd probably be with him at that time. If that's not part of the contract, I'd probably wait until such time as required.
All right. So at any point in time, you can call Mirs and have him reach you at the hotel.
Copy.
All right. All right. Our other two guys, what are we doing at about 7 o'clock in the morning?
Well, I would assume I would be sleeping in whatever squatting apartment I found for myself.
Okay.
I imagine I'm not really worried about the rolling blackout because I have a set of backup power supplies that kicks in every time the rolling blackout comes. So my air conditioning's working fine.
Yeah, your AC is working pretty good. You've actually got a couple of squatter friends that's like, hey, got 10 euros here. Can we crash here? Because the shit's about to strike again.
Yeah, sure. I'm a fairly friendly and outgoing guy. I'm always like, I imagine like I have a whole bunch of people. It's probably going to be a party. I'm thinking maybe I'm going to run a party today, since I'm probably going to be the only person with a reliable AC and refrigeration. So I'm like, maybe I should crank up the ice maker and like throw a party or something.
There you go. Everybody's like handing you $10 or $5 or whatever they can scrounge together, and we get to go to this guy's apartment and have some AC for the duration.
Exactly. And yeah, other than that, I'm sitting there, I'm imagining I'm just tinkering it with whatever I'm tinkering with in like every given day. I have a whole bunch of rolling projects on a workbench where I just pick up something and go, okay, and twiddle with it.
All right, Mir, where are you?
So I imagine I would probably be doing some sort of transportation job or something like that right now. Probably coming in from out on the road, or packing up to head out on the road, or maybe making a run somewhere in the city. I've been up at about 5, trying to make my way into town. So I'm already there somewhere. I'm likely working.
Okay, so you're there in Night City. This isn't your first time to Night City, but it's your first time since the rolling blackouts started. So you're concluding your business, and everything goes black.
I didn't do it.
God damn it! Oh yeah, yeah. Here's your cash. Your pack leader said you guys need to raise some extra money to get water because they're rationing the shit during all this.
What's all this?
The rolling blackouts, the heat wave, as you know, they said, we've created what we need to ration the power and the water because 30 days of a heat wave, we have to make sure that the resources go to their proper locations.
Oh, so the corporate zones get all their air conditioning.
You got it.
Huh. It happens.
So, hand you your money, and well, this will be going on for a couple hour or so. Have fun out there.
So if he pays, I'll just slide the. Is it actual cash or is it then?
It's a credit chip.
Credit chip. Okay. Slide that into my stashing place. See if there's a fire escape around, and let's explore the cityscape a little more.
All right. Want a little free running, huh?
Yeah, why not?
All right. Well, you're in old downtown. It's got the original buildings from prior to it becoming Night City. So you've got lots of fire escapes and close-in rooftops to practice your craft.
Nothing too complicated. Just some basic, bounding from building to building.
All right.
Shimmy down some fire escapes. Try to avoid getting shot.
All right.
Are you screaming parkour while you do it?
All right, Gage. You have an appointment with your petrochem contact. You have to go to her office to, get your assignment, shall we say. You've been
Copy.
flown into Night City for a particular acquisition.
All right. I'm going to give Mears a call on my cellular phone.
I will go ahead and answer as long as Privacy Plus clicks on.
It does.
All right, hey pal, meet me outside. We gotta head to the location. I got somebody to meet.
Be there shortly. Do you need a car?
Yes. Do I need a car?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, bring a ride.
What part of town are we going to?
You are going to the Petrochem Tower in Corporate Center.
We gotta go to Petrochem Tower and Corporate Center.
After I hang up, I will call a very nice cab company.
Appreciate it. Click.
All right. You call Rent-A-Robo, and all automated cars. It's cheaper than hiring people. A little difficult sometimes when traffic is heavy because they have been known to run into the back of other vehicles. But they're mostly reliable.
Mostly.
Mostly.
Yeah, I'll call for a robocab, take it over to meet him, pick him up, hold the door open for him, just kind of pan and scan everything, make sure nobody's keeping eyes on him more than they should be.
The people around here are kind of, irritable. But no one seems to be, directing that agitation towards you or he.
I'll exit my hotel room when I see the RoboCab roll up, and as I sit down in the car, I say, "Well, I'm not happy to be in Night City when people are even more pissed off due to these blackouts and a heat wave."
It happens. You get used to it.
It's not like
If
this
you're
place
lucky.
wasn't dangerous enough already.
Well, if you're lucky, you won't be here that long.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Okay, Lorwyn, give me an awareness roll.
Four plus 16.
Okay, 16. Now give me a reflex roll, if you would.
That escalated quickly. Athletics included or just straight reflex?
Athletics included, because you are doing your free running. Okay, so you don't go through the roof, but your leg is currently stuck in a big hole where Clifford, there is plaster and wood falling down from the ceiling, and there's a leg sticking out from your ceiling.
What the fuck? All right, I put down my thing and I instruct my my current occupants to help me pull down whoever's stuck on my ceiling right now.
There's lots of Russian flickatives coming from the ceiling too.
Okay, so you're hearing a lot of you assume it's cursing, but it's in Russian, or some variation thereof, and people grab little makeshift weapons. But once you make your request for aid, you've now got. Oh, you're safe. You're fine. Oh, there are people tugging at your leg now.
What?
You're sitting there sprawled out, except for one leg, which is down through a hole, and now somebody's tugging on you.
Horror movies start this way. I start kicking my leg free.
The leg jiggles and jives back and forth, and
I'm just like, hey, buddy, if you want to stay stuck up there all day, you're ruining my AC.
You hear this through the ceiling.
I'm just lost. Or is it AC?
You should feel a blast of cold air coming up through your hole in the leg.
Grab my leg, go, oh, that's chilly. I guess if is the ceiling weak enough where I could make my way, beat on it a little bit and fall through the rest of the way. I mean, I already started the journey, so.
Oh, if you wanted to, you could, beat your way through the rest of the ceiling, or.
Well, they're tugging me down anyway. I might as well just, if you're gonna fall, might as well jump.
All right. The ceiling is a little bit more plaster, a little bit more wood, and then after about 4 tugs, the ceiling gives way. You hear this guy comes down. Thankfully, there's a bunch of squatters there, but you don't land on squatters, you land on the mattresses that they were sleeping on.
Hi.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, I can explain.
Okay, why don't you explain?
I was exercising.
You were exercising over the roof of our squatter apartments?
Well, not specifically here. I just kind of landed here and the roof. I wasn't expecting the roof to give way. That kind of doesn't happen normally.
Right. Okay, well, we got a bit of a problem here because I point up to the roof you're kind of messing my AC right now.
That's your roof, though.
So what are you going to do about that?
I'm not a roofer.
Neither am I.
Don't you call a roofer then?
Let's just say I'm not good with the landlord association currently in the building right now.
Look a little perplexed for a moment. You're a squatter.
Gold star.
But I'm not going to be your roof.
I'm like, that's okay. Don't worry about it. I have a bunch of pieces of particle wood, probably in some corner, and some like industrial adhesive that I've stolen from somewhere. And I'm just like, just help me put this thing over the ceiling. It doesn't really matter. I'll move. I'll move next door next week.
Well, I'm a decently tall dude, so yeah, I can certainly help.
Yeah. So we just patch it up. I have a couple of pieces of wood and some, like I said, literally like some caulking that could just glue everything up together again. I tell everybody, hey, sweep up your own shit. And I go back up to fixing my stuff.
So, like, how many people are in this area?
In this particular spot, you see about 10 people or 9 other people aside from the person you were just chatting with.
So, is this like your family or something?
No, let's just say that I am currently in the hospitality business.
It's not 5-star.
Granted, it's not 5-star, but I do have amenities that are currently in hot demand in Night City right now. So I can provide a premium service for current occupants.
Look around the room. Okay.
So tell me, why are you exercising over the roof of these buildings? And what kind of exercise are you doing? And you see me pick up some random complex piece of machinery, and I'm just like twiddling with it while I'm listening to you.
You ever heard of, what would you call it here? Free running?
Oh, like that parkour stuff? Yeah, I watched a video the other day.
Yes, very much parkour.
Got it. Oh, okay. Yeah, half the time it's usually like either you guys do these really crazy, amazing things, or half the time you eat it and it's really funny.
It's a 50-50. It's a crap shot either way.
Cool.
You know what you're doing. Know your abilities. Know your limits. And don't expect the roof to collapse onto you. I mean, that is kind of an assumption that I was operating under. But, you know, that's what it is.
Wow. Damn. That sounds pretty cool.
All right. Gage and Pierce. You guys arrive. Well, first thing you do, you get to the checkpoint. You get to, you see the corporate center, the glass and steel buildings, as you pass through the normal section of Night City. Get to a checkpoint, guys in shiny black armor have corpsec across the left breast. Step out in front of the car. The rent-a-robo stops. SIM card, please.
I press it up against the window.
He lowers his face. Well, you guess that's where his face is, behind the faceplate. You see a red line stands back and forth across his field of vision. It then turns green, leans back up away from the car, and gestures you move on.
Say, thank you, gentlemen. I look over toward Mears and I say, I bet everywhere in this place still has air conditioning.
Probably.
Hmm.
I'm sure there's a few places in the combat zone that have air conditioning.
Inside some mech suits or something?
Yeah. You make your way through the maze of buildings, and you see all the big names. Network 54, Arasaka, which has the tallest tower, and Petrochem, which isn't a small tower by any means, but it's a nice blue, like a bluish tint of glass and steel building. And
there she is.
Into the front door you go.
Haven't been in this one yet.
Get ready, it's a marvel.
They all are.
As you walk through the door, you pass through the hologram that just a spinning sign that says Petrochem. And you enter into this nice marble-looking lobby. And directly in front of you is the guard station. There's a scanway on either side of the guard station.
Motion for Gage to go first.
Yeah, I'll head through, and I'll address the guards. Say, this one's with me.
Please pass through, sir.
Pass on through. Give
Alright,
a
so,
wink at the guard as I pass by.
if you guys remember Total Recall, you see Gage pass through the scanway. You see all the hard bits on him, including the skeletal structure, and you see any phones or weapons you have on you. But as you are a Petrochem employee, you are allowed to go through.
No,
I will ask if
stand
I
and-
have to. Go ahead.
I'll just stand and watch patiently as this unfolds.
Ask if I need
Alright.
to check any firearms before I enter.
Please. And he's very polite
Uh,
about it. I mean,
Probably the only things I have on me right now are the handguns, so I will hand over the Colt AMT 2000 and the Malorian Heavy Flechette.
all right. He opens up a steel-looking lockbox, and once
And
you
a
hand-
combat knife and a mono knife. Let's not
Once
forget
you do-
those.
Once you do that, he clamps down on the lockbox. You pass through the scanway. Same image. It's just your skeleton and anything you have on you that's hard, cell phone, what have you. But they have all your items in that lockbox. And
Not
when
too
you,
worried in the corp center.
Oh, no. He takes it from you and he slides it into this little bank of lock boxes. It kind of looks like a bunch of safety deposit boxes. You see there's like maybe 20 of them under the desk where he's positioned.
Just wait for my ticket so I can reclaim it at the end.
He prints you out a really quick ticket and hands it to you.
Take it, give him a nod, and say thank you.
Enjoy your day, sir.
I appreciate your manners. Sometimes the solos I have to bring in here make this part a pain in the ass.
Sir,
This is my city.
Maybe we'll have to work together again.
So far, this has been a cake job. I don't have any problems with that.
We'll see if we both get the opportunity.
And just step in behind Gage, just behind him to the right, and just continue to pan and scan just in case.
All right, you're on the elevator with a bunch of other corp types, and you're heading up to the 10th floor. You exit the 10th floor, and right there at the door, there's a small blonde woman with thin glasses. Mr. Gage.
Ma'am? Gage Wright, I have an appointment.
We were expecting you, sir. Please walk this way.
I will follow her or go in the direction she pointed.
She leads you down this wood-paneled hallway.
I nod to Mears and say, "See that real wood?"
I've seen it once before.
There's a frosted glass door. It just says acquisitions across the front. The door slides open when you get close to it.
No. Proceed inside, and what do I see?
You see a tall, dark-skinned woman, short hair, not bald, but very short, very smart-looking business suit. And if you two would give me awareness rolls, if you would.
I got a 15.
I got a
Okay.
17 and fumbled.
Oh yeah, that's one thing I forgot. Remember what I was telling you guys about luck. Right now it's an awareness roll fumble, so it doesn't matter. But for anyone watching, I do my own little house rule. where if someone wants to make sure they don't fumble prior to a roll, you can announce to me that you're going to spend a luck point. And what that will do will mitigate the fumble. It won't take it away, but it'll just turn it into a 1. So there's no fumble, it's just a 1. Sorry, I forgot to mention that earlier. Any other house rules that pop into my head, I'll let you know, and that's what we're going to do from that point forward.
So mine was a 1-4.
Okay. You don't, I mean, it's kind of obvious, but you might not be paying attention. Gage, you see under her right eye, what looks to be like a silver barcode. It's not very broad. It is the length of her eye, though, but it's right there just beneath her eye.
Say, ma'am, that's some interesting tech or something underneath your eye there. Can I ask what it is?
Oh, this is my high rider tattoo. And she has this nice, can't quite do a female voice, but she has this nice African accent. If you end up getting dead, shall we say, and they need to find out who you are, they just scan like a price code in a supermarket. If you're unidentified, it's easy enough to scan your face to find out who you were.
I hope you don't have to use it anytime soon.
No, my time in orbit has, been fun, but I decided to come ground side.
It's a good choice.
She extends her hand. Simbi Olenku. I'll be your liaison while you're here in Night City. And she extends her hand to both of you.
I'll shake first.
I'll shake and nod.
That was Cindy.
Simbi, Simbi.
My apologies, Simbi.
No problem. All right. What I have to say to you is quite sensitive. So is your solo someone you trust?
He's the real deal. He's good stuff. He seems to understand corporate work.
Excellent. All right, you two fellows, back at the squat.
So yeah, I'm a pretty friendly guy, so I'm pretty sure I've been like, yeah, put up a seat, have a beer, tell me about your life. What's it like in Moscow? Like, do they have combat zones out there?
Moscow has one big combat zone.
I see. It's probably why you have to do all that parkouring all the time.
That was a hobby, trying to avoid the other bullies in the neighborhood.
Right,
what are you dressed like, Amir?
So I have distressed camo pants, t-shirt with like some slogan in Russian. Those little shoulder bags that they remind you of, I think, what they call Merces or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
One of those guys. I have a regular combat knife hang on the belt. Let's see. Hair is short buzz cut. Probably if you've seen regular military guys, is not too different than that, but like maybe a little shaggier, like hasn't been upkept in a while.
Okay.
I mentioned these look kind of like about 6'4"-ish.
Okay.
Not heavily muscled, but this parkour thing seems to be paying off.
All right, Clifford, you see one of your, well, you don't know the guy. He just paid his $10 to get in here, but it looks like he's trying to creep up behind the guy who came through your ceiling, and he might have some nefarious. Yeah, he might have some nefarious intent in mind.
Okay. Well, I have a shoulder holster thing with my pistol.
Mm-hmm.
My Colt revolver that I refurbished from somewhere, and as I see him, I just see him. I whip out my gun and I point past my guest here, and I'm like, "Hey, listen, you lost something there, friend?"
I thought I did, but I'm cool if you're cool.
Oh, we're cool. You just paid for the pop a squat on the mat over there. You don't get to like peruse the merchandise. Nothing's for sale here, and you probably couldn't afford it anyway. And I cocked the hammer back. I'm like, don't make me evict you.
He keeps his hands down and he kind of like slowly lowers himself down onto a mat and crosses his legs and just kind of looks at you.
And I give him a nice cheesy smile, and I uncock the hammer and I put it back on my phone. I go, so, do you have to do a lot of this parkouring over there, or could you just like take? Is there like buses or something, or is just everybody's out like dodging bullets over there?
It's hard to say. I haven't been there in a while.
I see. So what brings you out here?
Same as everybody. No place else to be.
All right, and once again, as you're talking, this time you see like I have a cyberarm, and one of my fingers pops out, and there's like a wire cutter that comes out, and I'm like chopping some wire inside the guts of this thing. And they're like, okay, so like you're looking for opportunity, money, away in the world, so to speak.
Well, I run with a nomad pack out out past the mesas.
Ah, nomads. Yeah, I used to run with a few of those guys back in the day. You got anything lined up right now? I'm always looking for some good work.
What kind of work?
Well, let's just say I go with my hands and I pop out my sidearm and all the tools come out.
That can be inconvenient at the wrong moment.
He's like a Swiss Army knife right now.
Pretty much.
Picking your nose can be quite tricky if you sneeze.
I will throw a dirty look at the guy that he was talking about, though, sneaking up behind me, though.
He shrinks down even more if it was at all possible. It's like, and he kind of like scooches back another like foot. A couple of people sniffing at him.
So I have one of the other things that parkour does for you, it allows you to be a delivery messenger really, really well.
I see.
From point A to B, kind of how many people really spend time looking up? There's nothing up there anymore. Just gray sky, hazy globe. It might be the sun or a missile, either way.
Cool. Well, I specialize in pretty much trying to open up anything that I can get my hands on, locked or unlocked. So if you can find something needs opening, I can open it.
So I take it you have no work either, then?
Let's just say I'm freelance.
Fancy way of saying unemployed?
I do okay.
All right, to you guys back at the Petrochem Tower.
So what are we after?
She places what you know to be a hollow cube on her desk, pushes a button, the wheels and the crystals spin inside until you can hear the spinning no more, and then in the mid-air just above it, you see what looks to be some sort of engine, but not like a internal combustion engine. This is a new power source. We need it acquired, shall we say. Our sources have ensured us that it will be revolutionary once it's been harnessed properly. The energy form is unknown to us, but I hate to sound very science fiction-y, but They say it is some sort of antimatter. Far be it from me to say yes or no, but if there's a new energy source that Petrochem can manipulate, then that's enough for us to want to investigate.
This is exactly
as
what
you
we
are-
need to get ahead.
Exactly, and as you are our junior executive in charge of acquisitions, we will need you to secure personnel, and we will supply resources.
I would like to take a moment to look at this with my techie chip and my optics and see if any parts ping off that are identifiable.
Okay, give me that roll, please.
It's a 22.
22. Yes, you recognize what you recognize is what they call the magnetic bottle. Everything else is kind of out there, but the magnetic bottle has been in science journals for years, and that's the one part that you definitely recognize.
But everything else is new to me.
Correct.
I will lean over to Gage and go, definitely need a techie.
Do you know one?
I can find one.
Smack, you work for us now. How? Okay.
All right, I guess we'll get on top of that as soon as we leave here. What makes you say that?
There's parts in there that I can't identify.
All right, yeah, I guess the techie would be good for the job. We need to move this thing securely. Certainly cannot let it take any damage. Since we know so little about it, it's got to be in the best shape possible.
Correct. To our knowledge, it is in the company who has developed it is called Enritsu, and they have a headquarters out in the hills just beyond Night City, maybe half hour, 40 minutes outside the city in the foothills where it used to be a very heavily populated park. They bought out the territory and set up shop.
There's definitely going to be some pissed off nomads that will be willing to help us out with this.
Possibly.
Well, it sounds like they displaced people's homes outside of Night City.
And you had a few people here. You again, you've lived here for a while. Yeah, that was a small population of folks who lived in that area. It wasn't residential per se, but they set up camp there, and they've been living there for a couple of years. And this would have definitely displaced them.
There's a few folks who may have been displaced.
Let's gather that techie, and then maybe between the two of you, we can come up with a nomad, somebody.
Well, you don't get just one nomad. They usually travel in packs. If you do get one nomad, his buddies usually come in to help on occasion.
Probably try to keep this operation on the down low, like a more quiet, silent approach type of thing. I hope we can make that work with them.
That depends. I do have a few questions, Miss Olinko.
Please.
You said that you would be providing monetary and equipment?
Yes.
What is the fee that we'll be receiving for retrieving this item?
Well, if it is retrieved, then of course it is intact. We are thinking of at least $1,000 for each of the participants. I leave the final decision up to Gage. I will give him an amount to dole out, and he will be the final arbiter of resources, shall we say.
Copy.
And is there a separate fund for equipment?
Yes, the equipment fund is separate from the fee. We wouldn't ask you to pay for your own equipment. This is quite possibly very lucrative for us, but it's only possible. And as we don't know for certain, we give you an allowance. And of course, if anything better comes of this, some more may be coming your way.
And what is that allowance?
Again, I will discuss that with Gage, give him the finances, and he will be, again, final arbiter on how it is doled out.
I'll give you the final details.
Understood. And do you have any information on this Enretsu Corporation and their defenses?
They're, as best we can tell, they are strictly R&D. So their defenses are good, but they aren't on the same level, let's say, as Arasaka or even Petrochem. They'll have ground resources, a few personnel, but they don't have anything like a full-on security force if our intel is accurate.
It's not too many guys. That's good news. I wonder what type of security equipment or surveillance equipment they might have.
We are still working on that. They have their base, although not hidden, is in a heavily forested area, and they've been using that to their advantage.
Interesting.
Understood. Do they contract with another corporation for security?
To our knowledge, they hire their own.
So everything is in-house.
In-house, yes.
And what would be your maximum participants in this operation?
You mean in your group?
Correct.
As many as you need. I don't think a full-on assault force would be wise, as it would be very obvious.
So you wish to keep this quiet as well?
As quiet as possible, yes.
Are fatalities authorized?
Fatalities are authorized.
We'll try to keep it minimum, of course.
Of course. That would be very prudent. You know, we just want to have a look at their device. And she smiles a big smile.
I will hand her a card with my personal information on it.
All right.
This is for any additional intel you may receive. This is so Gage and I may be able to assess the situation in greater detail as more information is available.
All right. All right, you two guys back at the squat. Somebody burst into the door. Hey guys, the power's back on. Yay!
Okay, everybody, you don't got to go home. You just got to get the fuck up out of here.
Murmur, 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 and one of the first people to leave is the would-be sneak thief.
Leave or run.
And I'm like, bye-bye there.
He looks back over his shoulder and scurries out the door.
It's like, I'm going to keep an eye on that one.
Mm-hmm. The building is active again. You hear people going back into whatever apartment they were able to secure for themselves. Talking resumes, and you kind of feel that slow, slight return of the AC in the building. nowhere near as good as yours, but hey.
That's fine. If they want to be slave to the man.
Woman, it's pretty up in the air these days.
And so yeah, I'm like, hey, look, so dude, yeah, no, seriously, do you have anything lined up? Like, I'm always looking for some new work.
I just right now run transportation. Basically, I show up, they give me a vehicle to take from point A to B, drop off stuff, bring the truck back, get paid.
Okay.
The pack gets some work. But everybody's kind of scattered at the moment, taking care of business.
Okay. Well, I give him another beer, and I'm like, I always like to make new friends. The new opportunities always. You never know what new opportunities drop down from the sky. Apparently.
That was completely unintentional. Okay, hold on, yes.
I understand. And I click the bottle, and we take a drink.
So, how do we go about finding some work? One thing is, Mir also speaks with a Russian accent. I don't do it very well, but he does have a Russian accent.
How do we find this work?
How do we find this work? How do we find this work? Well, I mean, like, I guess I could call somebody. I mean, I'm pretty sure I know somebody. If you don't have any opportunity.
What is some safe work? I should have probably denoted that in the Night City. Any kind of work can be dangerous.
Yeah, I don't know about the safe business. There's nothing in Night City that's safe.
Less dangerous than others.
I don't know. I'm like, I don't know about that kind of thing. I just know that I know people.
Yeah, knowing people is vague. We'll call them up. Let's see what they have.
All right. I call up Punk. I guess Punk would probably be the only person I would know through my Nomad connections. Or I'm just like, I leave a text with, "Yo, Punk, what up?" While you're in your super serious meeting about antimatter.
Phone pop up and it's like size and keeps on doing what he's doing. I was like, nah, that's okay.
All right, Punk, your phone starts ringing. Mears, your phone starts ringing.
I'll look and see who it is. I will give a brief grin, say, "Excuse me for a moment." Walk at least 10 feet away if possible and answer the phone. Make sure Privacy Plus clicks on.
And she looks at you, Gage, and then she looks at him and shrugs her shoulders and stands there waiting.
Say he's a professional.
I will say very quietly, hopefully out of earshot of the two corpse. Dude, do you have fucking ESP?
I'm like, "Yo, Ev, guess what? What are the chances that I run into another Russian person in this freaking city?" I'm sitting right next to another guy from Russia, man. He says he does this crazy thing called parkour, like that video clip I sent you the other day. You ever saw that one?
Yes, the one where the dude missed.
Yeah, the one he ate it.
Yeah, and fell 13 stories.
Yeah, this dude did the same exact thing.
He fell 13 stories?
Well, I don't know how many stories he fell, but he fell in through my ceiling.
So he fell at least a story.
I would imagine so. But anyway, we were sitting here, we were shooting the shit, and we were figuring out, like, I was just wondering if you have any opportunities lined up. And, he's Russian, you're Russian, so I just figured, hey, I'll give you a call first. I don't know.
I'm Russian by descent. That's a little different.
Okay. Well, I mean, regardless, I thought of you first. I could have called somebody else. I mean, I can still hang up.
I appreciate that.
So hey, so what do you say? Got anything for me? Like, you got anything lined up?
What does this other Russian do?
Apparently, he's like the courier transport type. Go from point A to point B in the least conspicuous way possible, provided he doesn't eat it and fall through ceilings. Apparently,
I haven't fallen through a ceiling.
Does he come with his own vehicle?
You got any wheels?
I can make arrangements for that.
Yeah.
And how busy are you?
Not very.
Let me talk to my current contract. I may have something for you.
Cool. And I'll be awaiting your reply. Over and out.
I will hang up, go back to the two corps, and apologize. I will lean into Gage and say, I think we might have a techie and a driver.
I whisper, good shit, and I'll turn back to Simbi and say, it's this was a positive happenstance. We may be putting a team together. Do you have any satellite or drone images of this area that we need to break into?
We were going to assist you with the drone that you would take with you and use on site if that is something that you would find amiable.
I guess we'll just have to find out when we get there. I was hoping that we could see what this place looks like before we start making plans, but
As I said,
I'll make
use
do.
that to their advantage.
What was that?
I believe I have.
Heavily forested, and they've used that to their advantage.
I believe I have somebody who can utilize that drone.
We'll see if that's allowed. And I'll turn and say, so what was that call about? I hope it was important.
It was a friend of mine who happens to be a techie.
Okay, good news.
I've worked with him on occasion, but he has somebody who is looking for work who happens to be a transporter.
It's all falling together.
It's like there's some big entity in the sky making this happen.
Well, I don't subscribe to any of that nonsense, but we'll carve our own path.
We'll chalk it up to
I
fate.
am game operations director. I am game operations director here.
I'll say, Simbi, if I can call upon you if there's anything I need, right?
You sure can.
In that case, I think my friend and I are gonna go meet some people, make some plans, accomplish a mission. Call me if you need me. I'll call you if I need you.
I will.
I do have one final question.
Please ask.
Is there a time frame for delivery?
No, there is no time frame.
Understood.
I'll give us some time to surveil the place and come back with any equipment that we need.
That would be best.
I'll nod and wait for Gage to turn and leave, and I will follow suit.
And I'll my hands on the desk and say, well, ma'am, it's time. And I'll turn and leave the room.
All right. She stands as you guys exit. The frosted glass door slides open once again, taking you back into the wood-paneled hallway, which leads directly to the elevator at the far end.
And Mears, do you want to have your guys meet us at my hotel room?
Let's pick a different location.
Good idea. What are you thinking?
How do you like to gamble?
Only with money.
Hacienda it is.
Well, let's get in the car.
I'll call a robocab, set the destination for the Hacienda, and I will give my good friend the hospitality expert a call.
So, make the call.
Ring.
Hey, what's up, Mears?
How do you feel about Mexican food?
I love it.
Hacienda, 30 minutes.
I'll be there.
We'll have a table.
No problem. All right, dude. We got a date. Put your dinner jacket on.
Are we gambling with money or with my guts?
Remains to be seen, sir. I will give the Hacienda call and do a quick reservation for 4 at their lovely restaurant.
Reservation for 4. Most assuredly, yes.
I will say thank you, and as I hang up, look to Gage and go, this may cost a little bit.
That's not a problem for me.
Yep. The Hacienda does have Real Pack, and they do that because they have their own little small family-operated hobby farm, for lack of a better word. It's nothing on the scale of a full-scale farm as you would know it, but they have carved out a small patch and have been raising small animals like goats and chickens and such.
Best street tacos you'll find in town. That's actual meat.
Real meat?
Real meat.
That is gonna.
Don't
cost
ask what it
money.
is. It's just real meat.
I don't care at this point.
How do you guys get to the Hacienda? We're heading south, and it's not in the combat zone. It's maybe a mile outside the combat zone, so it's more real. It's not as shiny as the Corp Center, but this is where most of the average folks hang out and live.
I'm kind of after locking up my workshop. You see me put like a whatever shutter door come down, and you see me put a bunch of locks on, and you kind of hear me put a little keypad in, and you hear something go. You hear a little voice go, explosives armed. And I'm just like, we walk outside of the squatter apartment, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, no bad. You know how to get from point A to point B. We need to get to this hacienda. So you said you had wheels.
So, follow me.
All right, I follow him.
So I lead him down to the
Checking to make sure that my gun is armed and cocked.
I lead him down to the junkyard. Make my way through and grab a bag here, item there. Make my way over to familiar with the 4-door versions of the current Jeeps. Make your way with one of those, but there's different parts are missing. Plus the bags that I have in the back. Walk around the areas in the junkyard, grab parts, put them on, go on hey, they belong there, and tilt them off and throw them around. That'll take about 5 minutes to put everything back together, tighten everything down, hop in, produce keys. Let's go.
So you disassembled your car, make it look like junk, and then reassembled it.
Yep.
Okay.
Impressive. Most impressive. All right, I hop in and go, let's go.
All right, Mir, give me either a streetwise roll or a area knowledge roll if you have either.
Alrighty then, let's see here. It's a 7. And what's the course? 16.
All right, you know the fastest way there that doesn't encounter cops or criminals.
I've got a license plate.
No, that's good. Okay, well, you don't have to worry about cops then.
Can't really be sure if it's mine or not. I've had to change it a couple times, but
Ah,
I've at least got one on there.
I see.
And we're not doing anything crazy. I mean, once it's assembled, it doesn't look too bad. It just looks old.
Which really doesn't garner any attention from any onlooker. Oh, that's an old car. I don't want to steal that.
Mm.
You guys make your way down to the hacienda. Takes you about 25 minutes.
I try, if you're like expected in a half hour, I'll try to make up any lost time. Try not to be late to meet our potential employer.
Mm-hmm. Traffic is heavy, but not impassable. You see cops have, as you're passing on the right side, you see cops have one car stopped. And then you go up maybe about another 2 blocks, there's another car also stopped by the cops. Give me a general knowledge roll.
Is that the same as the general education role?
Yeah, general knowledge and education.
Okay.
You can give me one too. Yeah.
It's the end of the month. They're getting tickets. 15.
Okay. And you got Clifford?
That's 22.
What did you get? Oh, then yeah, you kind of familiar with you, definitely familiar with it. Night City is so densely populated. It's not a huge city, but it is rather densely populated. So if everyone who had a car and a license was allowed to drive all at one time, traffic would be impassable. So what they do is they alternate days. If your license plate ends on an odd number, you get to drive on those odd days. Even number, you get to drive on those even days. These guys must be on the wrong day.
Look at the back of the. Oh, wait, I know that's right.
Yeah, you just know that cops are stopping people. But you know, yeah, these guys are on an even day and there are odd numbers on the back of their vehicles. This keeps the population from all running into each other. Also, it keeps the public transportation alive and healthy because you have to take it at least a couple of times a week. You make your way down to the hacienda. Now that the power's back up, it's quite lively. It's maybe about, I would give it about 1 o'clock in the afternoon at this point. Hot as Lucifer's balls, but everyone's trying to make their way through the area as quickly as they can to get to whatever AC units await them. Usually the street would be packed with people, you know, hucksters, musicians, that sort of thing. Right now, not a ghost town, but not the hustle and bustle that it would normally have. And there's a hacienda, there's a corner store or corner restaurant down Gibson and Dick, at the corner of Gibson and Dick.
For some reason, I love the double dick.
We roll up too.
You see the cars parked outside. There are parking meters outside on either side, on either intersection of the corner.
See like a really old Jeep, and I lean over and say, I really hope that's not our Nomad.
It probably is.
You think that thing can make it that far?
I'm pretty sure my buddy can make it go that far.
I'd like to not have to spend any of our mission allotment on car parts.
Cars are always available. I'll motion for him to start heading inside, take a quick pan and scan outside as I follow him in.
You get again, not that many people, but those who are outside do notice a corporate type in their area. You see them kind of whisper to each other, but too far away to hear what they're saying.
Do I not fit in here?
There's a few
Yeah.
corps, but they generally show up later.
Is there like a hostess or a bartender?
As you come in, there's a shorter lady, maybe in her 60s. Come in, come in. It's hot out there.
Yeah, absolutely it is. It's the whole world's on fire. Madam,
Oh, it feels like it.
I really need a table that is either in a far kind of tucked away corner, or maybe right below a speaker or something.
We do
Needs
have
a little
yeah.
bit of
reservations.
privacy.
I have something perfect for you. Just come this way.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you guys. Well, you know what your friend looks like. Give me an awareness roll. See if you can see him come in.
Sure. $21.
All right, you see him and his contract as soon as they come in. Actually,
All right. We're at the bar. We're probably having like margaritas and tacos. I'm using some of the 10 euros that I got this morning from my little endeavor, my little entrepreneurship.
Hospitality suite.
Yeah, my little hospitality suite money. And I'm like, dude, that's him right there. That's the guy right there. And I'm like, hey, Mears, what's up, dude?
So,
the people who are there carrying this just kind of all look. First, they look at you, then they look over at you two.
Heavy sigh.
I'm
And
like,
just put my hand up and just, come on.
And so I pat him on the thing. He's like, okay, we gotta be real serious now, like real serious, okay? So just let me do all the talking. And
I'm like devastated by all the attention I just got.
As am I.
I'm scoping the place out casually.
and so yeah, I just kind of like strut over. I just kind of like I just like walk over and like I plop myself down on the seat of the table, and I tell I'm sorry, dude. What's your character's name again?
Mine?
No.
No, Mir.
There's
Not
Mir,
Mir,
and there's
the parkour
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
Mir.
Mir.
Mir?
Yep, there's Mir and Mirrors.
Mir and Mears. Okay, great. Yeah. So I'm like, come on, Mears. Come on, like dude, man, like dude's got the same name as you and everything, man. Like, what is the coincidence?
It's a Russian thing.
Must
You
be.
wouldn't
What is it
understand.
like? What is it? Just like John in your country or something?
Yeah, it's John Big Booty.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm like, so what's up, M? It's like it's been a minute.
How you been?
I'm hanging in there, rolling blackouts and all.
I understand. You got to move up to the, west side.
Ah, man, I can never sign any of those leases, credit checks. You got to get a bank account, all that shit.
I got one.
Yeah, sure you do. It's like I can see the virtual chain drift off into the corporate center. It looks very nice and shiny. Although I think right now this guy's holding the leash, and I look over, I go, "What's up, Corpo?"
You're at like a 12 right now, and I'm gonna need you to bring it down to at least a 7.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Real serious. Shh, gotta keep it real serious. Okay.
I'm not near this.
And you see me take a deep breath. I'm like, okay. I heard
Thank
you had
you.
an opportunity. I have an individual here who's also looking for an opportunity, and I'm always looking for an opportunity. And I always feel that opportunity kind of attracts other opportunities. So why don't we make our opportunities grow together?
We certainly have an opportunity, and Mears, I was really hoping that you would be connected with some more people as professional as yourself.
We're sitting right here,
But apparently, we don't always get that luxury.
This is Night City.
Well, listen. I know I'm a little.
Cliff is one of the best techies I know. Period.
And I take my hand down and I do the Swiss Army knife trick with my hands. And then
I'll deck mine out, and mine is more geared towards like breaking and entering than like fixing and repairing things.
No, so in mine has a locksmith, wire cutters, drill. I have a portable blowtorch.
And I say, well, great minds think alike. Must be you got lucky.
So, Mir, I'll extend my hand to shake his.
I shake his hand.
I hear you're a transporter,
Yes,
and you have your own vehicle.
I do.
What's the range?
As far as I need it to go.
Cargo capacity?
4 people, maybe some gear. Depends on the
It's
size.
not like a busted down Jeep type of thing, is it?
It is a Jeep.
So it's like a nice finished new Jeep.
Didn't they stop producing them in your country some time ago?
I'm not from Russia.
I will lean into Gage. Sometimes it's better to look like trash to blend in.
Yeah, you gotta blend in with your other trash surroundings.
Welcome
Camouflage.
to Night City. Correct.
You do realize we're sitting right here, right?
I can see.
I
I
apologize. My employer has different standards.
And I lean over and I'm like, what he really means to say is he's a total asshole, but he's paying us a lot of money, so we have to take his shit and follow his orders.
I will kick him under the table.
At which time this very kindly old short lady comes back. What would you gentlemen like to start?
Chef special.
An excellent choice, yes. Anyone else?
It's like, I'm good with my chicken tacos and some more of this cerveza, por favor.
It's on me.
Good,
You can
good.
get something nice.
Oh, okay then. Up it up to the premium cerveza, please.
And you two fine young men.
I'm just gonna go with a couple burritos.
Excellent.
I will request a couple of street tacos, real meat, and
You have to
2
ask for
beers.
that specifically.
Yes.
Yes, you do.
I assume the chef special has real meat, ma'am.
Yes, it depends on what kind you want.
Chef's choice, as long as it's real.
It will be real. And she puts it all down on a little pad and walks back behind the bar. It seems to be a family-run business. There's a young lady waiting bar, an older gentleman you saw as he passed by the kitchen window, and a young man bussing tables.
As the elderly lady leaves, I will pull out a nice little cube, set it on the table, hit a button so that we have some white noise generated at our table.
I knew I liked you.
I also take a general look around the crowd to see if anyone's like eavesdropping or using any kind of electronic devices nearby.
People are curious, but no one who's like counterintelligence. It's just normal folks who are like, what the hell is that guy doing in here?
And I give Mears the thumbs up, like we're good to go.
I'll give Cliff a nod.
So, gentlemen, I apologize for my behavior. We're gonna do some great work together.
Okay, why don't you spare us the corporate pep talk and just tell us like what the fuck you want us to steal and where you want us to take it?
I can certainly oblige.
We're all
that
whispering.
request.
Also, like I guess assuming we're all like really whispering right now at this point.
Yeah.
Is Clifford able to whisper?
Yes,
So-
I am finally able to whisper at this point.
So let me begin with who we're working for. Doesn't matter. Who we're going after is a corp called Enritsu. They have an establishment in a wooded area outside of Night City. They have a power source that we want to retrieve.
Power source? Like what? Fuel cell, solar panels, fusion reactor, what?
Engine.
An engine, probably something you've never heard of.
I've heard of a lot of things. Why don't you try me?
I'll put a hand on Cliff's shoulder. My tech chip that you programmed couldn't identify it.
I see. Okay.
All we know, or all that your pal could figure out, is it has a magnetic bottle, correct?
That's correct. There's only one standardized part on it. Everything else is in-house manufacture.
And I'm like scratching my beard right now. I'm like magnetic bottle. What did I do that before? I'm like, well, there's only a certain number of things that require magnetic containment. And I'm like, it usually involves high-powered plasma or antimatter.
Yeah, try black matter.
And as soon as he says that, I'm like, whoa, did you just say antimatter?
That is one theory.
It's a possibility. We don't have the best intel.
All right, now you see me like completely like engrossed. I'm like, wow, antimatter reactor. That's crazy. Okay. This is ramped up to like level 1000 seriousness. So I'm just gonna give you the spoiler alert. If the reason you need a magnetic bottle is if this antimatter touches anything normal, it will give off enough energy to make a regular nuclear bomb look like a firecracker. So basically, if this thing gets disturbed or destroyed in any way, yeah, it's not really good news for anybody in a few square mile radius. Is probably, yeah, that's a really important detail that we're gonna have to work on, because this is not the kind of thing we can just throw in a trunk and like drive down the road with.
Right, this is going to be a delicate operation.
That's why I called you, Cliff.
And now you see me like rub my hand, like, all right, now this is a challenge. And I go to I go to the other mirrors, and I'm like, yeah, we're gonna need some serious transportation, like super suspension control.
We'll be fine.
And like, okay. I'm like, outside the money. Now you got my interest. I'm down for this. Wow, an antimatter reactor.
I'll say there is money too.
Oh, of course, you're definitely gonna be paying my ass, but just to be able to see one in real life. Damn.
Mir seems to believe you're worth it, so I hope you can pull through.
Well, there hasn't been a system, box, or door that I haven't been able to unlock yet.
We'll put those skills to the test. We don't know exactly what we're going up against security-wise yet, but everything is in-house. They don't contract out to a bigger company like Arasaka or Militech.
I have a $10,000 allowance reserved for equipment or any services that we need to partake in. And I also have access to my corp lent me a drone, and I'll hold up my phone with like the specs of it and show it to Clifford.
Okay. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to lay out a land. We're going to need to know how this thing's being stored or contained. The biggest issue we're going to be is trying to move it from wherever it's being tested on out of the facility. And we're going to assume that it's something that we can actually pick up and move, and not something the size of like a small building.
Can we tell that from like the image we've seen?
From the image you've seen, yes, it is not man portable, but it will fit on something. You don't need a full tractor trailer, something of a larger size, but it is portable. Yes.
Maybe a box truck.
Any heavy duty truck, something with a flatbed, something that we'd have to definitely drive it out of the facility, which means we can't just stick it in someone's backpack and walk out with it. Not that we would even want to do that in general, because like I said, if it's what we think it is, this thing has to be handled like really delicately.
Yeah, not it.
Because of that, this is probably going to be like less of a run and gun type of mission. We don't want to be firing off automatic weapons while we're holding onto this box and transporting it.
Yeah, I agree. We're gonna have to infiltrate this place, set ourselves up, and then when the time comes, basically snatch it and maybe bust our way out. But even then, I kind of feel we would probably have to do some kind of I don't know, switcheroo, misidentify it so we could put it on some sort of cargo truck, something that would basically allow us to sneak this. The dream would be for us to sneak it out of there without anyone knowing. If we
I'm hoping security doesn't decide to shoot at us because we have it.
True, but I guess that's where I'm saying plan B would be if we could at least get to it without attracting attention, that we might be able to formulate a plan where we could blow our way out of it and make a quick escape. But that's, like I said, it's really risky. This is the kind of thing where you don't even want to risk anything going wrong, like stray bullet, explosion, falling on the floor, getting knocked over, something crashing into it. Yeah, we really just want to be able to just casually drive this thing out.
Here you are, dude. Just kind of crashes in with not crashes in, but she comes up with the cart. Here you are as you're in mid-sentence. And, you had, and she starts doling out the food. Oh, I'm sorry, Ninos. It's just, you can continue talking after I'm done. This is good. I want to serve it hot.
And I'm like, they're like,
oh, yeah, anyways, that season finale was fucking nuts, dude.
Absolutely, man.
Unbelievable.
Just completely change topic, start talking about Mandalorian season 18 or some stupid shit.
I can't believe how much the child has grown.
Yes.
Yes. It's a full-blown Yoda now.
Television has changed so much from the time I was young. It was, you believe it or not, TV actually used to go off. It was at midnight you would turn it off because there was no more broadcast, and now you're inundated by it all over.
And I'm just like, whoa, that's amazing! With a mouthful of taco. Oh, don't say.
You're full of shit.
Those were better days, man.
Yes. I miss the times when I was a girl. It was a simpler time. We had many of the same things we have today, but like cybernetics. Who had heard of that? The $6 Million Man. That was a good. You are all too young for that.
I heard back then that they kept commercial breaks down to 5 minutes.
And she goes on this long diatribe about old television shows, and she actually starts to walk away from the table still talking. Oh, the $1 Million Man, the Bionic Woman, these were all.
Let her go. Stay quiet.
Her voice fades off as she goes back towards Mama, you can't keep bothering the customers like that. Oh no, they love my stories. Everyone comes here for my stories and the paella. Mama, trust me. He looks over. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, and he.
I just pull my bottle up and whatever, and I lean back over. But so like I was saying, the optimal thing for us to do would literally be to sneak this thing out if possible. That should be the optimal goal. In lieu of that, if we can't sneak this thing out, we would have to find a way to literally disable or make sure we face no opposition while we leave this place. Because like I said, stray bullet, explosion like accident could spell really, 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 really bad news for all of us.
I figure if we can't get the actual device itself, at least plans and schematics would be a good secondary.
Okay.
That'd be a solid alternative. I don't know I can promise full compensation if that's all we can bring home.
Well, I mean, I'm all for the maximum price, but if it comes down to like us risking our lives versus a smaller payout, I'm okay with a cheaper pot because trust me when I tell you, you don't want to play around with this thing if it's what it says they are.
You
I
can't
mean, shoot,
enjoy the money if you're dead.
even if it's like some sort of high-powered plasma device, even that's not something we want to play around with.
Where is this place located?
A little bit outside the city. It's a old nomad hangout out in the forest, about 30, 45 minutes outside of town.
Any of your
West
boys
left.
know about the Enritsu HQ?
Look at the corp quizzically.
I look at him like he says he knows nomads. I just fix things.
Well,
Well,
we were led to believe that some nomad tribes may have been displaced by the construction of this base.
Okay, maybe
Okay.
we'll put out some feelers. See what's up.
I was thinking that perhaps we should try and get close to this place and take this drone and scout it out and see what we can see. We're going to have to be real quiet to get close to it, though, and we might need to get a hold of maybe some cloaking technology or something to get the drone close enough to get some worthwhile images.
Yeah, we can work something out. I could probably jury rig some sort of camouflage system on it. I'm assuming I can jury rig some sort of camouflage system on it.
As it's, I mean, if you were trying to disguise something like a ship where it has, electronic systems and things like that, then yeah, you might be able to hook something into it. But it's basically a drone. You can.
Is it a big one or one of the small ones?
It's bigger than a bread box, but it's not like a Talon attack drone or anything like that. It's something you'd have to carry kind of like this.
You like strap it to your back?
Yeah, you can strap it to your back.
Yeah, in all honesty, we probably just need to paint a camouflage scheme on it, and it'll be fine. It's not a huge honking device, so I don't anticipate us needing like cloaking technology on it or anything like that. The real cloaking will be trying to get into this place.
We should be able to get close enough to be able to use the drone, so it doesn't have a lot of flight time.
Are there any other Enritsu establishments in Night City that maybe we could steal some uniforms or interrogate somebody about this place?
Give me a general knowledge roll.
I would imagine their proximity to Night City, there's some sort of transport that goes out there to take up something, supplies, or...
Mine was 19.
I got a 20.
Okay, you got 19, 20. Anybody else give me a general knowledge rolls? Education, general knowledge.
I'm not getting right there, those. Nope, I'm not doing anything.
Okay. Who got the 20?
I did.
All right. The only thing you could come up with is, and how do you go looking about this information? Do you have like you want to use your pocket computer or?
Yeah, I'll just search or actually I'll call Simbi.
Okay. Miss Olenko's office. How can I help you?
Yes, Miss Olenko. I wanted to know, are there any other Enritsu establishments in Night City? We're trying to collect some data, or maybe get a hold of some uniforms or something, so we could try and sneak into that place.
Give me
Or
10
are
minutes and
there?
I will. I'll have to, like I said, give me 10 minutes and I will return your call. I have to find out if we have any information of that nature.
Or see if we can track down any of the employees. Some of them have to live in Night City.
10 minutes, I'll call you back.
Thank you, ma'am. Click.
Mhm.
You know
Hopefully,
that
we'll get something out of that soon.
All right, so if nothing else happens in the next 10 minutes, if you.
Yeah, we'll just sit there enjoying our food. I'm assuming some sort of betting game is going on right now.
Oh, yeah. You know, some televised events are going on, soccer or some other popular sport. You know,
I'll
and it's
say,
small, but here, there.
I'll say, so with 10,000 eddies, what kind of equipment do we think we would be looking for to pull this off?
Well, if we're gonna do this stealth, we're not gonna need a lot of hardware. The kind of hardware we're gonna need is probably gonna be stuff that's either concealable or non-explosive, non-lethal. If we have to avoid, like, blowing things up or shooting people nearby this thing. So that's my guess anyway. We need some kind of vehicle. Can we tell from the size of this thing whether the Jeep will actually be able to hold it?
No, I mean, like I said, you don't need a tractor trailer, but you do need something of sufficient size.
Okay. So yeah. So we're gonna need like a truck, SUV, something with a decent size cab in the back that we could throw this thing on. We're probably gonna need some sort
Yeah,
of
something or at least 5 tons.
like a box truck. We're probably gonna need some sort of shock suppression dampening system to keep this thing stable while it's running around. That's probably gonna be. We're probably gonna need a very specialized vehicle to load this thing. So we're gonna need to build it so that it can hold, like, keep this thing safe, and B, probably disguise it so that we could drive it in and out of the facility without attracting too much attention.
The refrigeration truck.
The only other alternative I could think of is they might have a vehicle on site. If we know that and get our hands on it, then that might solve a big part of our problem. But in lieu of that, you're out. Punk,
If we
we
take,
can't hear you.
Right now, nobody's talking.
Correct. No one is talking.
Well, I'm just curious to know that. I saw the refrigeration truck a couple times and nobody said anything, so I'm like, did anybody hear me?
Did anybody hear him? No, because I mean, I just saw somebody's lips moving. They didn't hear him. Did anyone hear him say refrigerator?
I heard him say the refrigerator truck.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I can't
hear Punk.
Sorry, still can't hear you.
Yeah, for some reason we lost Punk,
Uh-oh.
or he's muted somehow.
He's having some trouble with his audio. I saw his Icon said he was muted. Punk. Testies, 1, 2.
Oh,
Testing.
yeah,
I heard
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
we got you now.
I don't know what that was.
Well, we're glad we got that settled. But yeah, we lost you pretty much.
What did we miss out on hearing you say?
Oh, I solved the whole thing. You guys just don't understand it.
Yeah.
So I was saying we should probably get some recon done first. See what they have available. It's going to be tough with all the trees, forest, things like that. We may need to get eyes in the area. See what type of facility it actually is. Guards, defenses, any types of vehicles they may already have, so we don't have to go out and buy a new one. See what we're going up against before we actually try to go for it.
I agree with that.
What he said.
What's the range on my drone? How far can that go?
Your drone has a normal drone's range. It's, again, nothing super sophisticated. It's good enough to get the job done. It's
Is it like 300 feet or a mile or 5 miles?
you would give it about a half mile, maybe.
Half mile?
No. Let me see. How far is a half mile? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, half mile. I have to think about it for a second.
Yeah, so
Okay.
basically we'd have to get up to the perimeter and then launch this thing to get a bird's eye view of everything. But regardless, it's doable. I'm pretty sure we could do it at night, and as long as we're careful, we won't trip any alarms.
I assume it has night vision.
Yes, it does.
Awesome. So what do you guys think we take a drive tonight?
Sounds like a plan, but I have a stop to make first for some private issues.
Also, I'd love to not have to use it, but are you in possession of a spare silencer, or you know somebody where I can get one?
Yeah. Oddly enough, there's a little place back in town a little bit called the Taco Hut.
We've already eaten.
They sell everything but tacos.
They sell silencer that'll fit a Militech Arms Avenger.
Probably. If not, they can find one.
All right. I would like to make a stop there as well.
Not a
I'll,
problem. Let me. We are in the right neighborhood for my private issues to be handled quickly. So if you don't mind, let me go head off to that gentleman, and I will meet you at Taco Hut in say an hour.
You don't need any assistance with that?
No.
And you are my protection. Maybe you sure you don't want me to stick with you?
I will look at Cliff and Mir. It's time to get used to your new team.
Don't worry, man. We got your back, dude.
Mir's watched my back.
Rolls down.
Clifford has watched my back multiple times, and Mir and I almost have the same name, so it's as close as you're going to get to me.
I have no choice but to trust you on that.
I will look at Clifford. I will get like a few inches from his face. Do not fuck this up.
Aye, Captain. And I give him a fake salute.
And I'll just eye contact with these two and say, just remember, I am your connection point with this whole job. Without me, all this falls apart for you.
We got it. You're the big boss.
He needs to live, so we get paid.
I got that. You got that, Mir? Like, listen, this is the guy with the paycheck. If we don't keep him alive, no paycheck. Cool?
So I'll put some money down on the table that pays for everybody's meal and leaves a healthy tip.
Excellent, excellent.
I'll let them get their own ride. I'm gonna walk down the block to Silverhand Studios and go home.
And yeah, and of course, in your dreaded moment, we walk up to the shitty beat up Jeep, and I go, "I know it's no executive limo, sir, but it's got some really nice suspension."
All right, as you guys are out there, you got some attention. I would say kids. You don't give any of them any more than like 17 years of age. And
got my hand on my holster.
And normally they would probably be wearing a little bit heavier armor, except that's, again, not as Lucifer's balls out here. And armor just actually is a detriment. It's heat stroke is a thing. Let me see, I give them an awareness roll to see if they notice you going for that. Dice roller, dice roller, dice roller, dice roller, dice roller. All right. Let me try to find that. Where is that at? I rolled it, but I don't know where it ended up.
Right-hand side, look at the chat boxes like it's a comic book.
Okay.
So you rolled a 2.
Oh, 2. Okay, you roll a 2 plus that. Does not notice you. I'm more looking at Mir than they're looking at you, so they don't notice you going for your holdout.
I make it look like I'm just kind of pompously walking with my hand on my hip.
So right now they're looking at the big outfit. They might be a solo. They're looking at Mir directly, not really paying much attention to you as they're actually taking a couple of steps towards you. All right.
I'm still in the area. Are they dumb enough to do this while I'm still in eye shot?
Let me see. Did you leave? You left before them, correct?
Left about the same time.
Okay,
yeah, we kind of like walked out the front entrance and kind of like split up.
And like dust flew everywhere.
I'm just heading to Silverhand Studios, same neighborhood, just down the street.
Right. So roll under your luck.
Roll under my luck?
Yeah. That's something else I said. Are you lucky enough to be, in the vicinity?
Right place at the right time. Ooh, nothing happened.
That's kind of weird.
Did you put a luck?
I'll just do it this way.
Just roll 1d10.
Did not roll under my luck with a 10.
Okay, so you happened to turn the corner prior to any of this as you were going to Silverhand Studios.
Good luck, everybody else.
So they're approaching us?
Yep, and they're going to roll for initiative if and you can do the same.
Can I speak up and say something before that, or are they just coming for us?
They're not rushing in, but I will give you a moment to say something.
And so I motion for Mir to stand up in front of the corporal. I forgot your character's name again.
Gage.
Isaacs, right? Gage? Yeah. I motion for Mir to stand in front of Gage, and I take out my gun from my holster.
That would be initiative.
Would that be initiative? Okay, sorry, I don't.
If you wanted to just speak, that'd be fine. But
right. So then I'm just like, can I help you guys with something?
All right, everyone, give me an initial roll and reflex.
At this point in time, I feel like the world's shittiest solo.
I rolled a 14.
To be fair, my character's going to go get Nookie, so fuck you guys.
It's just a D10 plus reflex.
D10 plus reflex.
I got 11.
Okay.
I go last.
All right. So did
And I
anyone
rolled
get a
and I rolled a 14.
Okay, so you do get initiative. They rolled the 13. They're
How
going
many of
for
them?
There's 3.
There's 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I pull out my gun and I shoot the closest one.
All right. Give me that hit roll.
There's no modifiers, right? There you go.
4 modifiers.
I rolled a 19.
All right. That hits at close range.
I had a damage 20, and the hit location is 8.
Damage.
Right leg.
Okay, does it
Right
roll
leg.
the roll 20 rolls your d6s for you?
Yes, it rolls all the damage too. So I rolled a 20.
Okay. So how many
20
d6?
damage. 20 damage and hit location right leg.
All right. That's. Ooh. He rolled a 1 for his save. Needless to say, he goes down.
Kneecap.
Takes his leg off with a near miss.
I blew his kneecap off pretty much.
The blood sprays. He doesn't even yelp. It's that quick. You whip out your gun. Hopefully you meant to shoot him there because it looked like it. Otherwise, it's just like
I made it look cool.
the guy's knee bends in the opposite direction as it no longer has the support. It can no longer support his body weight. And he crumples to the ground again. He's gone before he even hits the ground. His buddies, I'm going to give them a cool roll. Neither one of them make their cool roll. Like growling shit as they scurry off down the street.
They just leave their buddy lying there?
Well, as you have a gun out and they do not, it's probably safer to come scoop them up later. However, mirrors, you do hear the sound of the report from the gun.
So,
I will look around and kind of think to myself, did that come from the direction that the corp was in?
Yeah.
You know what?
And
I'm going to put my faith in Clifford. I have ultimate faith in Clifford. He's going to do this for me. And if he doesn't, I'm going to rip his sack off like a fucking paper towel.
And at the same time that he's thinking this, I'm like, well, Mr. Isaacs, after that exciting little thing, I think it's time for us to leave this location. And you said you were looking for a silencer?
okay,
Yeah, we gotta
Mir,
go
you-
to the taco shop.
Yeah, let's go to the
Taco Hut.
taco shop. Come on,
Taco
Mir.
Hut.
Get us the hell out. Get us the hell out of here before it gets more
While you
exciting.
guys are looking over, amazed at what you just saw, Mir was actually walking over to the body.
what kind of thing encourages this guy to have these kind of balls that come at us like this? He's carrying a gun. He's carrying a...
Oh, he's carrying a gun, but in his mind, he thought he was going to get the drop on you. They were looking for you to actually make a move because, well, you're the biggest guy there. They weren't expecting the techie guy to be the one to drop the hammer, shall we say.
Frustrating people is a bad thing.
And that's basically what it boiled down to.
I'll liberate him of his gun that he no longer needs and any cred sticks or creds he has or anything of that nature.
Yeah, he has a couple of different cred chips on him. Neither one of them seem to look like him. Debbie Swanson, Mitch Odell. He doesn't look like a Debbie or a Mitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely a Roger. All right, are you done? Are you done pilfering? Can we go now?
Go and toss Clifford the two cred sticks while passing to the Jeep.
All
I'll
right,
put
Mr.
my
Gage, if you don't mind. And I waved my hand to the crappy Jeep.
I put my hand on your shoulder and say, "Not bad. Maybe we'll live. Maybe." And I'll get in the Jeep on the back seat passenger side.
All right, so you climb up into the Jeep. Everyone else follows suit.
I keep my gun out on my lap at this point.
As you guys are pulling off, you see the younger guy from the restaurant come out, look at the body, and kind of just sticks his hands on his hips and shakes his head as if and he's gesturing and as you would lecture someone. Yeah. I told you shouldn't keep doing things like this, and what happens? You end up just like I thought you would.
Look at you, you're all dead now. What good does that do you?
And then he's calling, and you don't think he's calling the cops. He's probably calling, REO Meat Wagon, come pick up the body.
People's is parts.
Dead is dead. Parts is parts. Dead guys is parts.
Parts equal money.
But Clifford, the Jeep doesn't sound as bad as you might expect for something as old as it is. Actually, it sounds pretty good, actually.
Nice. I'll say, I guess it doesn't, or it's not really about looks with you guys, is it?
Yeah, sometimes it's better to blend in.
My job out at the pack is it outrider? Is that the term, outrider?
Yep, that's the one.
I'm an outrider, so you don't really want to put a lot of money in the looks. You need to put it elsewhere. Hard points, armor for small arms fire, and the V8 that we stuck under the hood from one of these old big pickups that didn't need it anymore. Its owner didn't need it anymore, so we figured, why not put it in this? Where we out on the highway.
All right, Mears, over at the Silverhand Studios.
I'll head into my apartment.
Everything is as, of course, you left it. This is actually a pretty secure building. And
Surprisingly.
well, it has Johnny Silverhand's name on it, so if for no more reason than to keep up appearances, the building is pretty well maintained, and the curb appeal is there to attract more tenants.
I'm sure I moonlight as security on occasion.
Yes. Help reduce your rent.
Yes. Head in, see the girlfriend, Julie.
All right. Making use of that Mr. Stud sexual implant. Or do you not need that?
I don't need that. Just because I'm worried that somebody's going to hack it and turn it off when I need it.
Oh.
I swear this
that
never
would-
happens.
Real
I'll
quick,
get you if you-
we've done that before.
That's
See how she's doing. Make sure everything's good with her. And just let her know that I'll be heading out on a job. I may not see her and want to spend some time with her before I head on out.
And she agrees. You are coming back from this job, aren't you?
That's the plan, baby.
Okay, because I can't pay for this thing if you're dead. She kind of chuckles.
I've made sure that you have a few months.
But you actually, behind the chuckle, you actually see a look of concern pass over her face.
I'll say I stopped by just to pick up a few extra things just in case.
Okay.
And I will head into my small little area and make sure that the Metal Gear is loaded up in a duffel bag, along with some of the bigger guns just in case.
All right. So you take care of business after you take care of business.
Correct. Once I'm done taking care of business twice, those business, we'll head off to the taco hut.
All right. By the time you get to the taco hut, you guys are already there, unless you wanted to make a pit stop somewhere along the way. But
I don't think Gage is interested in a sightseeing tour of this particular section of Night City.
no,
Let's take the short way.
This is definitely inside the border of the combat zone. It's well protected. Well, to put it like this, the residents know not to fuck with it. That's its protection.
All right, so we make it to the taco stand.
Actually, it's a building. It just has, taco hut, plastered across the side, and a proper sign on the front, but on the side of the building in graffiti, it says taco hut.
I'll step inside, acting real casual.
They buzz you in. The steel grated door comes ajar.
And do I see anyone?
It's behind a plexiglass partition. You see two older guys. But what you do notice is just directly ahead, and there's the glass and the counter. But directly above that is an apex point defense system.
Is this place like disguised to look like a taco restaurant?
Yeah, and the apex point defense system is disguised to look kind of like a disco ball. It has little mirrors glued to it.
Nice.
But you see the slot for when the auto gun pops out, it will do so unobstructedly. But right now it looks like, except for, like I said, the partition and the deadly weapon sticking from the ceiling, it has all the trappings of a taco restaurant.
I'll say, good afternoon, gentlemen. I am hungry.
Good. We are happy to feed you. What would you like from the menu today?
I'll casually, pull my jacket to the side and motion towards my weapon and say, I need to turn this crunchy taco into a soft taco.
The other older guy that, oh yeah, we definitely got something for that. Yeah. Thankfully, that's a common taco. It's one we've serviced many times.
A true classic. And I was wondering if you guys happen to carry any HK MP 2013 submachine tacos.
Oh yes, we got that right. Yes, we got a shipment of those in just a few days ago. Henry, go. Yep, I'm already on it.
I get 3 loaded magazines as well.
Yeah, he wants the extras. And you hear from the back, yeah, extras, I got it. I mean, I would want extras. I mean, why wouldn't he? Does anybody else enter the building with him?
Yeah, we're hanging out with him. I have my gun holstered, and I'm just like leaning up against the window, just watching this whole thing go by with a grin on my face.
Oh, would you other gentlemen like to order?
Oh, I'm sorry. I already had a big lunch.
And he kind of looks up at Mir. I mean, yeah, he's about 5'6". The other guy's about 5'4". He looks up at Mir.
There's nothing like obvious about what all they have here. Right?
No, like I said, on the outside, it looks like like a fast food restaurant, for lack of a better word.
Well, I'll unzip the bag that one of the bags I had that were brought with me and show him my Arasaka half bone. I was like, what kind of taco can we make from this?
Ooh. Henry, come take a look at this. What is it? I'm getting the extras. Well, get the extras and come on out. All right, I'm coming. Damn it, you just send me back to the back to get this, and now you're calling me back out again. Make up your mind. Oh, this is good. You'll like this. Look what this young gentleman has. Ooh, I used to be pretty good with those in my day. Well, what you want? Well, what would you like for it?
I'm not selling.
Oh, okay. Then what is it that you need?
I'd like to see what kind of taco we can produce with this.
Okay, we've got some. We've got a couple of extras for this. Not too many. There's not a lot of call for it, but since those are my personal favorite, I have gathered a few collections to add on to it.
You ready for a full-size version as well?
I think I do. It's a little older model, if you don't mind.
As long as it works with the Tiger Cats, we'll be good.
Yeah, it's definitely compatible with the Tiger Cat. I think it was designed along the same lines.
Good. Look at these. Look at the core band. You said we had to be quiet, right?
That's the primary choice. If things get wild, things get wild. But it'd be nice if they didn't. What exactly have we got here?
What do you mean?
What are you showing me?
Basically a heavy crossbow type and talking about arrows for a bow.
And crossbow.
Oh, that's some scary shit, dude.
Classic.
Spinner arrows, that's all I'm going to say.
Straight up like Rambo 23.
Don't worry, I've got some firepower too. Just have a better history with these two.
All right. Well, the man you now know as Walter comes out with your silencer in a very nice box. And hold on just a second.
It's the downside of what I do have so many tech toys. I'm like, what the heck was that?
I dare not answer that right now. Yeah, he comes out with the silencer in a nice, box, brand new. He comes out once again after he drops it on the counter in front of, Henry and Walter is the guy serving you. And has everything laid out on the counter, still behind the partition, waiting for him to bring out the other accoutrement for the bow and crossbow. Only takes him a few minutes, and he's brought out everything that you guys have ordered.
What's this gonna run me?
The silencer taco is 700, and the bows and other accessories for that will be 600.
And does that include my my HK 2013?
Ah, the HK, please. That will be 22.
These items must be in high demand for these prices.
Yeah, it's very high demand. It's
No, killing's kind of a hobby nowadays instead of business. So
well, the heat has got a lot of people agitated, and then the rolling blackouts make them even more agitated. So we've got a few. It's a little bit higher demand at the moment, shall we say?
Well,
Damn fools
It's-
can't stop shooting at each other. Which is good.
well, they can once they're dead, but that doesn't change anything, I guess.
I guess that's business. Let me. I'm gonna transfer that from my corporate account.
Great, great. Anything else you guys need?
Oh, look at these gentlemen.
I'm good.
You got all you need, Mirror?
Yep.
That's it, sir.
So, wraps it all nice and pretty for you. Sticks a business card inside, and we are happy to serve you. Come back again real soon.
Let's get into my PDA.
Yeah, you boys come back.
Just give him a wave and leave without saying anything.
And he buzzes you out again. The metal grated door pops open again.
I assume our mirror goes out first.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll go
And,
behind Mirror.
Yeah, I go out first. Right.
Hmm.
Totally remember. Oh wait, there's something for the protection. I'll go first.
You just have to look intimidating.
Actually, there's a skill, so I'm just going through not go too much.
I'm fairly intimidating myself.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to say this, but Gage, you really don't do this kind of thing normally, do you?
And it says it's a little different from my normal work. Usually it's sneak in here, get into a computer, steal some files. But this is some different kind of security that I'm used to working with.
And I go, AKA, he's slumming it right now.
I'm just, transferring funds from your corporate account to buy something in a bad area, walking around dressed the way you are in a bad area. You must not do this often.
Well, you think I don't fit in here?
Oh no, you fit in just fine. Yeah, absolutely.
I suppose I could be a little more subtle. I didn't know we were coming to the combat zone. I have a different set of clothes back in my hotel room.
It's not so much about coming to the combat zone as much as when the combat zone comes to you.
Yeah, what can you do?
And I once again make a little fake like Jeeves door opening gesture for Gage as we walk up to the Jeep again. After you, sir.
I put $100 in your hand.
It disappears in my pocket.
Some of us, that's how that works.
Yeah, take a lesson.
It's like if you're nice to them, they give you stuff.
You can build them and take it. Or you can help them kill other people and take theirs. I'm sorry, I'm working for somebody. My bad.
I think Mears said he was on his way here. Would he show up at about the same time we were about to leave?
Yeah, just as you're about to leave, he actually shows up.
And I wave.
You're coming in as they look like they're about to exit out.
I'll
Actually-
lift a hand with a duffel bag in tow. 2 duffel bags going. Basically, wait for them to slow down or stop for me. Toss stuff in the back and hop in.
I'll say, your boys held up.
I had faith. Cliff hasn't failed me yet.
You certainly must have. I don't think you were very far when some shots were fired.
Oh,
Was that you guys?
Yeah.
And I'm like, just another day in the combat zone.
That wasn't in the combat zone just yet. Close.
Combat zone adjacent.
Yes. So that's still my neighborhood. Who fucked with you?
Some punks trying to step up. I had to blow one of their legs off, and you know how that works.
Did you sell the parts?
We were
No,
in
we
a
didn't have
hurry.
a chance. They called the REO meat wagon as we left.
It's a possibility for more parts.
We still have 6,500 available in the mission budget.
Excellent. I'm just going to ask for reimbursement.
I'll see if we can work that into the contract.
All right. Well, let's head out that direction and see what we can see.
Let's.
So now it's about 6 p.m. So the sun's on its way down. It should be nighttime fully by the time you reach the hills.
So to reduce our profile, switch over, once we get far enough out where it makes sense, and we start trying to make our way into the little wood area, switch to the running legs and then switch over to basically kill the main engine and go over to the small electric engine that just creeps us along at like maybe 5 miles per hour.
Okay. Yep. As you guys are leaving, the lights of Night City grow dimmer and dimmer and dimmer. And nighttime approaches you from the front as Night City disappears behind you in the rear.
Is mirrors in the front seat or the back seat? But
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably be next to Gage.
Yeah,
in the
I'm
back seat.
shotgun.
so I toss go in the glove box, toss mirrors to the night goggles.
I just pop a what is it? The Giacomo smart helmet on.
All right, yeah, I put the night goggle on.
So yeah,
Watch
let Clifford have that.
Watch for vehicles acting odd. We don't usually see road pirates this close to Night City, but you never know.
As
Yeah,
for
I'm on high alert in the front seat, just scanning around looking for things.
As you get further out from the city, the lights become less and less until you are in the hilled areas. No giant mountains around about this section. A few miles out, you might hit a mountain, the first one. Right now, we're just in foothills. And you've got trees and curvy roads, but, lights are what you brought with you by the time you reach the point.
So we probably can't use anything interesting. So what we want to do is basically if they have the GPS coordinates of where we're trying to get to, and we look up like even just on a simple device like our phones or something like that, we just kind of follow the roads using the GPS without actually using the GPS to tell us how to map the path to get there.
All right. Well, give me an intelligence roll for that, if you would.
I'll make sure I'm on the driver's side behind Mir, while Clifford is in the passenger side, kind of watching out that way. So we kind of offset each other, checking each other's each side respectively.
I'll get a 10 on that one.
Ooh. And yes, you are navigating it brilliantly. It's
Almost like I've done it before.
almost like you've done it before.
I'm glad you know your way, but I hope we don't run into any vehicles that would find us suspicious getting this close to Ritsu.
Well, that's why I'm using the GPS to get me close by. We'll stop at a reasonable. I mean, as you mentioned, the nomads were displaced from up here, so periodically scouts will come through, and there's various. I mean, there's a lot of traffic through up here, but there's going to be a point where we're going to have to stop, where we will look suspicious if we're too close. So.
Right. I need to get within a half mile, and I'd like to approach from an unusual angle. Can this thing go off-road?
It's a Jeep.
They don't drive these where I'm from.
The only trick to the matter is if I use the fuel-based engine, it'll be a lot louder than using the electric engine, and we can't go very fast using the electric engine.
Well, we have all night.
Well, I mean, we can navigate the forest. We won't be doing any off-road. You know,
How about we just set up like a base camp and then walk towards the base and then do the recon without the vehicle?
Stay like a mile out.
Yeah.
I mean, we could get 3/4 of a mile to a half mile out and basically meander. But that would be more you and I heading up with these two covering. Or
I
just-
think we can handle that.
Right, because this drone, we can just carry this drone with us, right? So we just walk as close
Yeah, I
as we
mean,
can.
Right.
We can go on the backpack.
So yeah, let's park this thing up, set up a camp somewhere, and then just hike on in.
Who's flying the drone?
I will be, unless my techie friend thinks he can do it better.
I'm assuming I can do it. I have a high electronics score.
Perhaps you would be best suited for it.
So yeah, I'll fly it in.
So we get to a reasonable spot. Mirrors, give me a hand.
Give him a hand.
Well, help me do something. Don't cut somebody's hand off. I mean, you solo types can be very little sometimes. So,
I'll take point.
oh no, we're doing the base camp real quick.
Okay, that's fine. Wilderness survival. I actually have that.
Ooh, then give me a roll, please.
I have it too.
And both of you, give me a roll.
Well, one of the one done with mine.
Ooh, 31.
I made camp fucking good.
Wow.
I just kind of like wander around, like not helpfully, like just picking something up and putting it down somewhere else to look busy and useful.
I'll pat him on the shoulder and go sit down over there for a minute. Here, chop this firewood up.
With
What
what?
we do is there's like a large tarp like blanket thing that I would throw over the Jeep,
Mm-hmm.
and then this probably mess with Fate would notice it. You know, they have like those little like military half camps that like people can carry with them to protect them from the elements and stuff like that when they're out doing things.
Right.
Basically break that out.
All right. Well, describe that for those who might be watching and don't know what that is.
So it's basically just like a little lean-to that we would probably put up against the Jeep. The tarp is that put over the Jeep is acting as a bit of a camouflage for it, and we're just basically trying to blend into the foliage. So like it has like the it's not really like an actual like entrance way. It's got like a bunch of like leaves on a string or something like that you move out of the way to get back in and out of.
Okay.
Anybody taking a hard look will notice this, but a quick glance, a quick patrol, shouldn't notice this.
Sounds good.
Excellent.
Meanwhile, I just lean back to see from the shotgun side. That's my camp right there.
So you both made really good wilderness survival roles, and your base camp. You could actually stay here for a couple of days with a role like that, if you needed to. But
That's
You
what
guys-
do.
You guys like to do this or something?
Former Marine.
Okay.
Other experience.
Let's just say I was part of the South American conflict.
We had nothing to do with that.
Keep telling yourself that, buddy.
yes, we at Petrochem had nothing to do with it. Nothing at all.
Actually, I didn't know this was a
Bullshit.
You might have camouflage pants and the camo gear that I have.
Well, do you wear it in an actual military style, or are you just some gomer who has military fatigues?
So I still have the stuff left over from my time, but like the patches and stuff like that have been removed.
Okay, then, yeah, mirrors, you might have noticed that, this guy's camos isn't just some guy, hey, I want to buy camos. You actually see the indentations where the patches were, so.
Just give him a knowing nod.
Say, do you guys are you guys ready to move closer? See if we can get this drone up happening.
Let's do it. And I start humming the Mission Impossible theme.
I'll put a hand on Clifford. Quiet.
And I put my finger over my. Okay, yeah, got it.
I can appreciate the enthusiasm.
Your inside voice and in your head voice.
Got it.
So we're in the wood. Part of the trees is like a forest, or is it just like in the woods where there's a tree here, maybe 20 feet, there's a tree over there?
It's a definite forest. It's not super dense because this used to be a place where people came. So the trees were spaced decently apart, but it's not open. It's definitely not open. It's been tailored for hiking and such. So it's dense enough to be interesting, not dense enough to be impassable.
So I guess the question I'm actually trying to ask is, can I free run in the trees? Are they close enough for me to bounce from tree to tree?
Yes.
Okay. So I just scurry up a tree, sling the bow over my shoulder, and scurry up a tree.
All right. So you who have the night vision, you see him definitely scurry up the tree. Gauge, your little cell phone flashlight, you see Mirror hop up a tree, but you don't have night vision, but you have to trace him with your actual light to see where he went.
If he dies from this, we are not responsible.
That's fine. I would suggest turning off your flashlight. We're going to sit here.
Be taking my time. That way I don't have to do too much rolling for it.
All right. Well, I will actually give me at least one parkour roll to see if.
Absolutely.
The other three of us will sit here quietly in a small huddled circle, trying to let our eyes adjust to the darkness levels. Those of us who have realized still, or those of you who have realized still.
22.
All right, 22. You get up to the first set of branches with absolutely no problem, and there is it's big enough for you to actually stand on if you so choose.
Well, my main thing is I'm trying to be up above them to cover where they're going and what they're doing. So if I notice something or basically I'll be paying attention. They're going to be focused on trying to do recon. They're not really going to be paying too much attention to or be able to pay a lot of attention to their surroundings. So that's what I'm doing.
Right.
Okay. I'm going to let Gage and Clifford know to stay about 10, 20 feet back from me. Move quietly. And if I hold up my hand, that means stop. If I motion for you to continue, that means continue. Go over basic hand signals so they understand what I'm working with. I'll start heading out stealthily, and then keeping an eye out with everything else. I probably should have mentioned before that I have monovision.
All right.
So I look like fucking Cyclops from X-Men.
That's it's an interesting factoid.
It kind of changes the whole look.
Yeah.
So basically, you look like Geordi from Star Trek.
Yes. Only I'm white.
Yes.
One of the things to point out is I actually have stealth as a skill. So yeah, where I'm going to. So.
All right. What is your? No, I'm not going to ask you to quote the stats. So you are.
There's
actively,
my stealth. I apparently fumbled with a 15.
You stepped on a dried branch, gave a loud crack, but
Take a deep breath. Fucking trees.
apparently nothing happened. Mir, singular. Would you like to make your stealth roll as you travel through?
Just stop for a second to glare at mirrors. Keep going.
I will look up at him and shrug. As I look up at him, how high up is he?
He's about, let me see, you think about 15 feet off the ground. If he
I'm
wants
going
go higher, he
to
can.
reach into a pack and hold out a mastoid commo. And kind of like see if he wants it, and I'll try to toss it up to him.
16 and yes.
Okay,
Toss it up.
Yeah. You grab the camo. Your stealth roll is good.
Make sure mine is in.
So he affixes the, I'm assuming you're going to affix it to your ear and across your chin. And now you can hear each other.
And standard test 1 2, test 1 2.
Yeah.
Figured this might be a little easier than bird calls.
Caw-caw! Caw-caw!
Oh, thanks. I'm dead.
I'll just
Death
text you.
stare back at Cliff.
That's not convincing.
Death stare back at Gage. Deep breath. Continue forward.
All right. You guys get no opposition, but you're going uphill. Not a giant grade, but you're heading uphill. And from your distance, you can now start to see lights through the trees. That must be in Ritsu.
I'm like, guys, this is the place. We're gonna stop here and set up the drone, see what we're up against.
Okay, I guess I'm up. I
All
walk
right.
drone out.
Doing that, I will take a position about 15 feet in front and to the left of them, with a assault rifle ready.
I'm watching closely at the screen over his shoulder.
All right. He launches the drone.
All right. Do I have to make a electronics roll? What?
Please do. Give me electronics. Give me electronics roll.
While he's doing that, I want to survey the base or survey the place to see if I can see anything that looks like might be a little radar dome or something like that.
All right. So this is all happening simultaneously. The drone takes off. You're surveying. From your vantage point, you can see there's a fence around the facility. You can't see the main building from your angle at the moment, but you do see the fence that surrounds it near the top of the hill. Actually, there's two fences. There's a fence close to you and a fence closer to the building. So it's like two
Double perimeter.
Yeah, double perimeter fence.
How tall are they and what are they made of?
They look to be regular wire with barbed wire on top.
Like chain link?
And, yeah, regular chain link fence with barbed wire on top. You don't see a radar dome, but you do see cameras. And anyone with night vision, give me awareness rolls.
I have to find it on this damn page.
$17 for me.
All right.
23.
So 23. All right. So you will definitely see it. Ray, you know Mir, you know there's something moving through a double perimeter fence, but you can't tell what it is. Mears, you do see it. I popped up the picture in the Roll20 if you guys.
Yeah, I was watching it going, what the heck is that? Oh, that's something that we're about to get killed by. Cool.
Do we see it through the drone video?
Give me an
You want me to make an
awareness roll.
awareness roll too? Okay.
Yep.
There we go. I got
See,
rid of all the other background shit for you too.
Thanks. So that one.
That's a 22.
Okay, then yes, you see it with the 22. You happen to be looking in the right place at the right time as it's passing from shrouded area to another shrouded area between the double perimeter fences.
And I'll see it because I'm watching the same screen as him.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter because I take my finger and I point it out on the screen. I don't say anything, but I just point it out right there.
Holy shit, what is that thing?
Just a quick note, I noticed my combat sense was not added into that roll.
Yeah, because
right
you have to roll combat sense, not that.
Gotcha.
I think.
But right now you're not in a combat
No.
situation. Right now you're just trying
Okay.
to. It was just trying to notice it. Now that you're aware that something's it's like looking for a penny on the ground. If you.
Oh, I get you. You just let me know when I add combat sense in.
I mean, now you're activated. I mean, for lack of a better word, it's you're put like you're on guard now. You were on guard before, but this is like, okay, yeah, that's something to be aware of.
I put my pistol away and pull out my submachine gun.
You're gonna need a bigger bullet than that.
I'm gonna hold my hand up like, no, don't do anything yet.
It doesn't seem to notice you. The drone, oddly enough, you don't see a whole lot of people inside of the. You see like a couple of guards, but not the number of people you might expect to be there.
Well, this time of night.
Okay. Basically, what I want to find out right now is like, what's the general layout? Is there any building that seems more important than any other building? What's the vehicle situation?
Okay, there's a main building, white construction. There seems to be 3 smaller outbuildings, one being a garage, you would think. You do see an AV9. And I'll put that up here so you guys can. Since I learned how to make that bigger.
There you go.
Sorry if this is very, very amateuristic, but that is an AV9. It's a different from an AV4 where it is used to haul and or move cargo containers.
I'll kind of
As
like
you can
tap
see
on
now.
his shoulder excitedly and say like, "Hey, I bet we could fucking load it on that thing and fly that out of here."
I go slow, slow your gun, chief. Like,
Slow your roll, homie.
I'm just fucking gripping the shit out of your shoulder.
and okay, so one building, three outbuilding. This AV9 thing, very little activity, and not a lot of human guard present.
Correct.
Well, look at those things. How many do you think they have out there? You don't really need log guards to get that.
That's what I'm guessing too. There's probably a dozen Robo Lions rolling around out there.
You possibly use human perspective to see what the like demeanor of the guards are. Are they like relaxed? Are they kind of like?
Yeah, give me a human perception roll. See if you can learn from their body language what they might be about.
Hey, Phil, just a heads up.
Ooh, I fumbled.
You're getting a little bit of echo.
Okay, I'm not sure how to correct that.
Headphones or turn your speakers down just a little bit.
Also, turn the speakers down. That option is available to me. Test these, 1, 2.
No, it's actually one of us. Testing. Here you go. That's gone. I don't hear feedback anymore.
There we go.
Nice.
19.
All right. Their demeanor is relaxed.
Okay, so I guess this is normal at this time of night. They have these Robo Tigers running around, and they don't really need to be worried about much.
I was hoping maybe they didn't belong and that they had killed everyone already.
Why do you gotta say that?
Fortune favors the bold, but not that bold, you know.
You don't live as long as I have without having a little bit of optimism.
Okay. Well, not a lot of people. These robot things are probably automated, so as long as we go in there with the right credentials and look the part, we should be able to sneak in right away. So it's looking a little bit better for us. I mean, we could see if we can do this AV thing, this big thing out.
If we had to disable one of those things, it's probably using power to run the nervous system. Whereas, can you tell where a good disabling point is?
Oh, okay. Can I examine one of these robots through the
You can
drone?
look from where you are. You can look at it from the drone.
Okay.
All right.
Phil.
Yep.
You might want to turn your speakers down just a little bit more.
Testing. No, a little bit more.
There's just a little bit.
Testing.
Okay, that's about as low as I can put it and still hear you guys.
Okay. Then yeah.
We're gonna have to invest in a headset for you guys.
Yeah. You guys need headphones.
Well, I have one, just don't know where it is. I was expecting to have to use it.
No worries. We'll get it figured out.
All right.
Okay. Can I make any determination on it, technically speaking? Like, what's the possible weak point? How do we attack it?
Unfortunately, since it is part biological, you have not a clue.
Okay.
You just shoot it a lot. That's about all you can do is shoot it a lot.
I'm like, yeah, I can't see anything special. I imagine these things are built to take a licking and keep on ticking kind of thing. So I think it'd be better for us just to avoid petting the kitty. Don't play with the animals. Don't mess with the tigers in the cage.
We've only officially seen one of them, right?
Oh, there's definitely more of them. With that few guards in the perimeter, there has to be more of these things floating around somewhere.
I don't know. They they've got 2 fences. They probably have confidence in them.
So, but yeah, if we see one, I'm gonna assume there's a few more floating around somewhere in the perimeter. But like I said, the AV is a good look for us because then we might not have to actually worry about getting a vehicle in there.
The AV was on the outside, like we could get to it.
Yeah, it's on a landing pad. You know, it looks like it doubles also as a helipad.
I mean,
All right,
seems to me like that's our next objective then.
So yeah, I'm gonna scope out. I'm gonna do a quick lap around the building and try to see like where the entranceway are. If there are any like side entrances, service entrances, any place that we could like sneak into from some side if we need to, or sneak out of.
All right, as the drone passes overhead, you see the 2 fences. You see the driveway that goes between the 2 fences. And the main building has standard double glass doors. What looks to be an emergency exit on either side. It's a rectangular shaped building. And the rear door is a cargo door. Not a raised cargo door like a warehouse or anything. It's actually on the same ground level. And the 2 outbuildings are indeed, one is like a machine shop, the other is a garage. The other one seems to be like waste and water power, that kind of thing. It's a support building for the facility.
Okay.
So the main building seems to be it as far as anything important.
How close do the trees come to the fences? Would mirrors be able to leap from a tree over both of them?
He could leap over one, but not both. There's enough of a gap between the 2 fences where jumping them both would be impossible.
Somebody in chat mentioned we need thermite in a tube.
Pretty much. So yeah, we got 2 options. We can either sneak in through this fence and play, cat and mouse with the Robo Tiger, or we could just try to con our way into the perimeter and then use the AV to break out with the device. I vote for plan B.
How about a plan C of let's keep optics on this place and see if they receive any deliveries, when their shift changes are, things like that. Let's take our time on this. We don't have a deadline. It's not like we need it back tonight. Let's take our time, watch. We've got a camp set up that we can go for a few days.
Yeah.
Between Mir and I, we can take shifts in watching the surroundings while you guys take shifts in controlling the drones possibly, or just have the drones go up at night. Then we kind of retreat back for the day, huddle up, and just act like campers.
So yeah, so the other thing I want to see, is this a fairly self-contained facility, or does it look like
for the most part it looks self-contained. Like I said, that 3rd outbuilding seems to supply water and power, and anything else that might be needed is probably going to be inside that main structure.
Gotcha.
That's
the only
also
thing they would probably need is like the probably only thing they would need is like the personnel moving in and out.
Okay.
So yeah, just keep watch of that for shift change then.
All right. So then, yeah.
Whether they go inside, stay outside, leave the facility, anything like that.
Yeah, that's probably is the best bet. So I do as much of recon as I can, get the layout. We could draw a map, so we get an idea of where everything is, all the landmarks, all the special features, where the AV is.
All right.
Do we see a shift change? Can we?
You'll be able to see a shift change. You'll see where the cameras are posted on the fence itself and that sort of thing. So with the drone, you've been able to take a visual survey, shall we say, of at least the physical nature of the base.
Okay, so once we do that, I guess we use the drone up until it almost runs out of power and bring it back. And
All right. Well, I think I'll do that. I'm have to use the restroom, and I'll be back.
Sounds like a good time for an AFK for everybody.
Yeah.
Cool. Everybody?
Hashtag first.
Yeah, we end up doing this as a regular thing here. I can go get some different equipment. Like I have another all-in-one, another PC type thing I can get set up. Get different, get like both of his headsets that way. Cause I can. It's kind of like a weird situation. I can hear you saying something here, and then like a second later, I hear it through the headphones over there because you have to turn the speaker down, so I couldn't hear it very well.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, if you end up coming here to do these, when you're doing them, then we can rearrange some stuff to make it less.
I had to get some water too. I wasn't doing my drone sound just as perfectly like.
You gotta practice.
Oh, I do very well. I'm just a little dehydrated.
Ah.
It's just a little out of practice is all. Just need a little water. What to whistle?
The hell are we gonna do about a Robo Tiger?
I don't know.
Good question.
Very good question.
Wonder if there's any kind of subtle way that we can disrupt, like. So what if we like find a way to disrupt like the water or something inside that, the supply support building, and then maybe they've got to call in like repair guys. Meanwhile, we like pull his busted Jeep out in front of it and like, take it hostage and drive it in there.
That's a general idea of what I'm thinking about.
What you're drawing up.
Yeah, we could either sabotage the machine room, which would force them to call someone or at least go out to get repairs.
Yeah.
And then we use that to either intercept that and then come back. Therefore, we infiltrate the base, or we use the confusion to sneak in.
I think we need to check out what all Mears has with him in those bags. I don't know if he's just got guns or if he's got some other cool shit with him.
Agreed.
Okay, cool.
If it comes to shooting, I'm gonna need a little help as far as roles and rules and stuff like that.
No problem.
Like my pistol has a rate of fire of 2. Does that mean I can take 2 shots in one turn?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think RoboCop, when he fired the gun, it just went.
Yep. Do we think we're trying to finish this tonight or have another session in the future?
We're
think
probably
we're
gonna
gonna-
have another.
I get a feeling this is a part 2,
Yeah.
maybe even a part 3.
Yeah.
I want to get you guys to get yourself a solid plan, and then because it's almost midnight here EST.
Yeah, plus I got food coming.
That's right. He's on LA time.
Luckily, I took a vacation day tomorrow.
Yeah, I've been up since 5 a.m., but I took an energy shot, so I'm good.
Hell yeah.
One of those little tiny ones.
In that game I was telling you about, Carbon 2185, where it's Cyberpunk, but it's with a 5e system. Energy drinks are an item in the game. They give you a +1 to initiative rolls.
Oh. Well, see, I like the little energy shots more so than the tall cans of anything because, the small ones are very non-committal.
I'm a sugar addict, so that ship has sailed for me.
Yeah.
Nope, sorry. It's still
Those
got to
tall
be
cans.
old-fashioned coffee. I
I
cannot drink a Red Bull. I cannot drink a Red Bull.
I burnt the hell out of my tongue the first time I tried coffee, and I don't even like coffee-flavored ice cream ever since then.
No.
Even
I
Red
can't.
Bull requires too much commitment. It's just too big. A little energy shot, boom, done.
Nice.
Stuff
I'm
tastes fine.
done with you now. Go away.
Monster coffee energy for me.
You look like it.
I'm actually tired right now.
No, I mean like you had hair like me before you drank a Monster coffee energy.
No, I'm an electrician. I stuck my dick in a light socket.
I did that. It was called marriage. All right.
So mirrors.
Yes.
Two things. One, we wanted to know what else you have in your bag. And two, we had an idea for a potential plan.
Okay. So in one duffel bag is a set of metal gear. So heavy armor.
That's potentially way to deal with the tiger.
In the other bag is 3 web guns.
Okay, non-lethal.
Okay, explain that to anyone who might not know what that is.
So a standard pursuit web gun is just some standard wired web that completely wraps a person you shoot it at, and it gives them a very difficult bot or reflex save to try and get out of it. Or sorry, bot or reflex roll, not save.
Mhm.
That's one gun. The other one is a pursuit taser gun, which is still a encompassing web gun that will give them a try and hold them down, but it also adds in the taser element to it, so it will give them a stun save at a -2. The last one is det web. And for some of those who don't know what det web is, think of it as detonation cord. Instead of the wires that restrict people, it essentially does 40 points of damage to every body location. It is an anti-Borg weapon.
Holy shit.
Okay, so yeah, you got options.
And it is common availability, which is fucking ridiculous.
And here, all I brought was
Yeah,
my
why-
tool bag.
Web
got a
guns
rock.
are severely overlooked by a lot of the community. If you're looking at this and watching this and you're like, a web gun, really? No, seriously. They work off the rifle skill. You can usually wrap up a standard person. Once they're augmented, you have to upgrade it to a taser or even higher if it's a full Borg. So 40 points of damage to every body location. You have to think about that, is that damage is doubled on the head, and it's explosive.
Yeah,
It's
that'll about do
hardcore.
it.
So yeah, it's basically a, you know what, fuck this.
But you have to hit.
Yeah. So raise your hand if you have a rifle skill.
Mirrors and
Those
mirrors.
are our 2 shooters.
Hell yeah.
See the things you learn when you watch his. Good Lord, I am tired. The things you learn when you watch Phil's Cyberpunk game. We like to throw in those elements that most people overlook.
That's the other thing for the group here, the Malorian heavy flechette. So a lot of people overlook that. They go, oh, it's a flechette gun. You know, you got to get specialized ammo if you really want to do anything. You got to go with the explosive flechettes. They're highly illegal. You got to worry about it. No. With a Malorian heavy flechette gun, it has armor piercing built into it. Armor is quartered
Wow.
and full
The
damage
big
on
heavy mass
penetration.
shield.
So that's one of the things a lot of people overlook, is they go for the electrothermal, big revolvers like the Arno or anything like that, the Stallone, that whole series. They're like, oh, it does 66 damage. And like, yeah, that's great, but you can't get any specialized ammo with it. With a flechette gun, it's already built in. You're ready to go. Take headshots.
Ready to rock and roll.
In character, I'm just like sitting here listening to you like describe everything in detail, and I'm just standing with my little pistol, or sitting with my little pistol in my lap.
Yeah, that's why I said, like, here, I just brought my tool bag.
I will point out that the other scary thing is the crossbows and bows, because of the specialized ammo you can get for those.
Well, yeah, we already got Rambo 23 over here.
Yeah, what exactly are you packing again?
Here.
I'm
Mirror?
sorry, what?
What exactly are you packing? What kind of ammo with that bow?
I had standard, and I was waiting to see what the game did. So whatever that guy gave me at the taco stand.
Yeah, I'll have to give you specifics on that later, as I don't have the Black Hands source book in this little notebook.
That's what
So-
it has. I was just looking at.
Some of the ammo types for arrows, you have standard, you have some armor piercing target arrows, things like that. The big one is the spinner. The spinner is what's used in current like compound bow hunting, things like that. It is specifically designed to just murder things. Essentially, once you get through penetration, it's 3 times damage.
Killer.
So exactly, that's exactly what it does. There are explosive heads, as in the aforementioned Rambo 23.
Mm-hmm.
So you can put like essentially it's 25 millimeter grenade rounds on the end of it that you can launch into folks.
That's
I love
hardcore.
that. It's just so
so-
beautiful.
So we had an idea. There's that outbuilding that seems to offer some vital supplies for the whole base. Looks like it runs water, maybe some other things that you would kind of group there. And we're hoping to find a way to subtly disrupt that and hope that like maybe repairmen would have to come and we could hijack that vehicle and get past the tiger and get inside and then maybe improvise a little bit from there.
That is a possibility. I'm paying attention to the chat here from the stream, and I do have a buddy in there called Stephen Razor. So hi, dude. One thing that he will get a kick out of is, why don't we just order him a pizza?
And then what? We like jump on the back of the car, or we just hijack that one instead?
No, just play pizza delivery guys. Like, hey man, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but we got a pizza delivery out here. It's 30 minutes or less, and you guys are really fucking pushing it.
Would that work? Would these guys go for that?
I'm pretty suasive. I got a plus 12.
Yeah, I'm not the dude to do that.
I got a 4 fast talk.
Yeah, persuasion fast talk is the way we want to go with that to try and get in, if that's the route, as disguising ourselves as pizza delivery guys to a corporate facility in the middle of fucking nowhere.
So who has the highest persuasion fast talk?
It's an option as a joke.
I
don't expect it's gonna work, but it would be fucking hilarious if it does.
I think they would find it suspicious that
I like the idea. I think maybe we might be able to amend that to just, if we could find the corporate logo, we can make a vehicle and just show up and do the typical like, what? They told me I had to deliver this here. What do you mean you don't have it on your list? I'm gonna get fucking fired. I can't not leave without dropping this off. Kind of con.
We were told that you guys were having a pizza party for doing so great this quarter.
Here's 47 pizzas.
Yeah.
Or maybe we could do something like that. Like I said, if we could imitate a corporate vehicle, we could literally say like, hey, like we were told like we were supposed to drop off these like special corporate gifts to you guys, or so you don't want it, like you don't want this free stuff.
And then you jump out of the back and shout "Merry Christmas, motherfuckers!" and start blasting.
Or maybe a couple of judo chops.
Right.
Break the wrist, walk away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Idea.
Do we see a corporate logo, or I can definitely like look it up?
The AV, right? Wouldn't the AV have a corporate logo?
When you spin drone around the building, it's just a white building, well, whitish gray, with no distinguishable markings.
Wait, this is their headquarters and there's no markings?
They might not want people to know they're here.
So
this is an R&D facility.
So I've got
the AV. What about the AV9?
The AV9 has the call numbers on the side, you know.
but it's not marked.
Correct.
Okay.
So we've got 6,500 left in the mission budget. I want to call and ask if I can have a vehicle made up with the logo on the side, and take it to the edge of the city. We can run back and drive it out here or something.
Yeah. So that's how. Yeah.
Let's watch them for extended amount of time.
Let's watch it for a day or two just to get the comings and goings. There might actually be like a.
We could get the exact same vehicle.
Yeah, either we can see the exact same vehicle, or we can actually see like, oh shit, like every 6 hours there's a vehicle that leaves, and then we just steal that one.
Exactly.
All right. You got your plan of action.
Yep.
Lay low and observe.
Now, question for you, gentlemen. As it is almost midnight here in the East Coast, do you want to go until midnight, or do you want to rest here and then enact your plan next time?
I think it's a good stopping off point here. Plus, my food's getting here in like 5 minutes, so unless you want to see me munching on food while we're playing. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I've been holding off. I'm fucking hungry.
Yeah, so
okay,
I think it's a good
great.
time to stop.
You guys, Punk, you also in LA time?
Yes.
Okay, so you LA guys got to eat. We East Coast guys got to get to bed. And
I'm in Reno, so I'm West Coast time, but not technically West Coast.
Okay.
You're in that mountain region.
Yes. Where it's like 30 degrees at night, it's 75 during the day.
Uh-huh.
Hey, I got married in Vegas, so I know the difference. It's like, hey,
Let's not forget to mention cyberpunkuncensored.com, right?
That's right.
Yes, we definitely do.
Cyberpunk.com.
Facebook,
See, Rob, I remember this time.
YouTube, Twitch, the Cyberpunk Uncensored fan page on Facebook.
Discord.
Come join us.
And there's a Discord server.
And there's a Discord server, yes. Come add your voice to the chorus and come check out the other GMs that have been running for Rob Mulligan and crew. I am but one of many. So if you guys want to come check out everybody.
Wonderful Clifford / Hugo is another one.
Yep, GM Hugo. My man right there. Check out his game. Rob has a ongoing weekly game. You have a couple of ongoing weekly games, I think. Yep. This is my first session with the group, and happy to be here. Again, if you want to check me out, go back over the old library of Cyberpunk Uncensored and Mulligan Live. I've been on a couple of those episodes if you want to know about me and my background with Cyberpunk.
Also, definitely check out the GM tips at Cyberpunk Uncensored on YouTube.
I've done
plenty of great stuff in there.
Yes, lots of great stuff. Lots of interviews with insiders from RTG and the world of gaming. We've got a few great guests on there that have created lots of content and lots of stuff to use and stop saying, oh, sorry. It's late, sorry. But you guys get it. Come join us. We want more people in the community. We look forward to you. Damn it, I am so tired. Sorry, go for it.
Cut him off.
Okay, so definitely check out Cyberpunk Uncensored. We have a lot of great tips in general for GMs, players, things like that. We're big in the community. We love the community. We love Cyberpunk in general. Definitely come check out the Facebook page. Definitely check out YouTube channels, Twitch channels. There is a Discord. Definitely come on in. Add your voice to the chorus, as Phil said. Definitely get in here. We do talk about Cyberpunk 2077 as that is full-on hype train, even if it's been delayed. We can get through this.
We're going to have Red. We're going to have 2077, 2020. Heck, if you want to go back as 2013, older guys like me who have been gaming it since the beginning can walk you through 2013. If it's got Cyberpunk on the label, it's us.
Still waiting for the big interview with Pondsmith.
Yeah, that's coming next year. At the top of the year.
There you go.
All right, we'll see everybody next time.